Step right in, don't be shy. Kathleen's here and you're gonna die. But don't you worry, there's no real harm. Death's reversible, it's part of the charm. Skeleton greeters rattling at the door. Zombies doing jazz hands across the floor. Laugh a little, scream, laugh a little, scream a lot. Join my army, give it a shot. You don't need breath, you don't need fear. Just let your soul park right here. I promise you'll have so much fun once your heart stops and then starts again. Welcome to the Bone Zone. Come play the necromantic way. Welcome to the Bone Zone. Get killed for free, resurrect today. Sign your corpse at the sound of the tone. Kathleen welcomes you to the Bone Zone. Spin the wheel of how did I die? Was it poison blades or a ghoul nearby? Win fabulous prizes, a ribcage hat, a femur flute, a dancing undead. Don't you love the spooky thrill? You can volunteer or I can kill. Either way, it's all the same. You'll rise again, improved by pain. Don't fear the dark, don't fear your doom. I'll tuck you snug in your tomb, then snap your back. New bone, new tone, ready to serve in my cobblestone throne. Welcome to the Bone Zone, where dying's just the entry fee. The Bone Zone, where skeletons dance professionally. Just sign your spine on the mercy loan. Kathleen welcomes you to the Bone Zone. Oh, darling, come closer. Yes, there. See this scythe? It's purely for flair. Necromancers don't kill, we pre-adjust. A bit of death, a bit of trust. You'll be fine. Probably, maybe. Okay. No, but it's reversible. Probably. Rise, rise, join my undead prize. March, 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 till your joints go stark. Serve, serve in eternal bone reserve. When calls, obey the tone. Come on down to the Bone Zone. Welcome to the Bone Zone. You'll laugh, you'll scream, you'll moan. Welcome to the Bone Zone. Your corpse has never felt this at home. Once you're dead, you'll never be alone. Kathleen claims you in the Bone Zone. One little death and you're good as new. If you survive, take home a skull or two. Thanks for visiting, scream again soon. The Bone Zone's open under every moon. Rumbling, rumbling, it's rumbling, rumbling, rumbling. Coming for you. The screen glows blue in a room of dust and mold. Another death threat, another story told.
Institutionalize the rocks, let the asylums rise again.
Yeah. Honestly, it's better for me to do it in the mornings than at any other time. Like, to be totally fair, I don't know what it is. It just works out better in my personal life. But that being said, we're gonna be watching the Red Veil videos, all 3 of them, all at once. Now, an actual, disclosure, I have watched the first one, like, way back when it came out. I watched Gaming Syndicate's video on it, believe it or not. But, I haven't seen any of the other ones, besides the, little 1-minute snippet trailer. So this is the first one, Breathe, Red Veil by Louisverse. We're gonna get into it. Let's just start the recording, because I'm also gonna post this as a standalone video. How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Nightowl, coming at you again with some more AI goodness. This one is the Louisverse saga, Red Veil. I'm gonna watch all 3 of them and break them down for you. Let's get into it.
I hear the noise below me, but I can't tell what's real. My hands are reaching upward for something I can feel. There's a weight inside my chest that won't let me speak. I know the air is somewhere, it's just not here with me. Time keeps moving forward, I'm standing in between. I feel you pulling closer and losing sight of me. Breathe. Just breathe. Give me a moment. Let me breathe. The room is getting smaller, or maybe it's my head. Every thought is pressing in on everything I said. I don't need a way out, I don't need relief. I just need a second where my lungs remember me. I feel your hands around me. I don't know if they save, I don't know if they hold me or keep me in this place. Breathe. Just breathe. Not forever. Just let me breathe.
the first one is actually like pretty nuts. It was made long before like the cameo thing started being a kind of like a staple of like the AI community. But their visual style is really fucking crazy. They're really good with their camera work and their angles and their kind of like sweeping, cascading, like kind of like flight simulator cityscape angles. They're Louisverse is really fucking good. That being said, like my initial assessment, like from what I've gathered of the first video and that one little teaser trailer, is like the Red Veil seems to be some sort of like cyberpunk matrixy like prison for people who would probably have like a lot more free thought if they were not in said prison. But what do I know? I haven't seen the other two videos, so I could just be making a blind assessment. Let's continue.
Citizens of Red Veil, we are about to take off. Fasten your seatbelts.
I watch the world move past me, like I'm not in this game. My body keeps on breathing, but nothing feels the same. It's a silence in my heartbeat that keeps the tears inside. I know I should be feeling, but I'm not here inside. Life keeps pouring at me, I'm frozen in the gray. I feel you calling to me from somewhere I can't reach. Numb, so numb. Shut it all out. Let me be numb. The walls are moving closer. The light is fading fast. Or maybe it's my vision. Nothing seems to last. Every wrong is like I'm quiet. I don't want an answer. I don't want a cure. I only want the silence. I hear a voice beside me, it turns into a blur. I don't know if it finds me or leaves me where I was. Numb. Stay numb. Safe inside here. Let me be numb. I'm still here. I'm still breathing. If I feel nothing, I'm just high.
Casually sets his laundry on fire. Dude, the Red Veil seems to be like a really interesting concept, man. Like, I don't necessarily have a full grasp on it yet, but like the audio visual correlation is fucking wild. Like it had my headphones freaking shaking on my head, dude. Once again, you know, their visual style is really sweepy and cinematic. I like their use of kind of almost every single genre you can think of. Like, you could see Western, you can see cyberpunk. There's like old style kind of like samurai stuff. There's like mixtures of things. Of course, we got the obligatory cat girls, and you know, there's like arc knights and freaking cyber angels and shit like that. Like, this is very interesting.
You have arrived at Red Vale. Attention, citizens of Red Vale. An unidentified viral meme boss has manifested in the eastern sandbox beyond city limits. Visual confirmation confirms accelerated scaling in response to collective attention. A Vale Response Division has been deployed for containment and narrative suppression. Citizens are reminded, you are no longer heroes. Please act accordingly. This is not destiny. This is Tuesday. Do not approach the sandbox perimeter. Do not shout, "Is this my art?" Do not attempt inspirational monologues. Viral entities lose structural integrity when ignored. Thank you for maintaining emotional bandwidth within acceptable parameters. Red Vale remains operational.
Looks like a fucking Overwatch character here, bro.
To keep my mind afloat. I had a dream and watched it sink below. But I'm drawing my battle lines, going to war again. I know I was forged for this.
That Louis finally self-inserted in this one too. A single spark in the dark can rewrite a fate. And tonight we rise together as warriors under one sky. Louisverse.
Greetings, citizens of Red Vale. A meme boss has been
And if you gotta dodge kangaroos on the highway, you should probably just bring yourself like a 4-bore rifle and annihilate them as you see them. You know what I'm saying? Like, just have like a roof-mounted fucking 4-bore rifle and just atomize whatever kangaroos come across your path.
detected. The Sky Bros, operating under Commander Skybrows, are being deployed. This is a reminder.
Bros. Who the fuck
no
are those
dramatic
guys?
entrances.
Damn, the flip-flop
no quote
again?
tweet duels. Do not attempt to out-meme the entity. Do not cause trouble until the situation is assessed.
Yeah, Big Chief, I just woke up and started streaming. Let me boot up Discord.
Fighting to keep my mind afloat. I had a dream and watched it sink below. But I'm drawing my battle lines, going to war again. I know I was forged for this. They don't get out, checking my heartbeat, lifting my chin, standing my ground one more time. No spotlight shining my way, just fine. For this.
I believe we can
Bonded feed.
write a better story. I know we can be warriors.
We are the fighters who turn loss into flame. Born from different places, but under the same sky. One sky, one sky. The same sky we
I fought for years through doubt and fear. Faced every voice that said not here, but I heard something stronger inside, a reason I couldn't deny. I know I was forged in fire.
If one small act can change a fate, if one small spot can elevate, then no one fights alone tonight. We rise together in the light as warriors under the same sky.
I believe it's not too late to write a better story. I know we can be warriors.
Hey.
We are the fighters who turn loss into flame, born from different places but under the same sky. One sky, one sky, the same sky. We come from different stories but share the same pain, because we are the warriors under the same sky. One sky, one sky, the same sky. No one fights alone tonight.
We fight different battles, let's win the same war.
When the world is calling, you hold the line and let's break through. Let's stand with glory. Let's write a better story under the same sky. One sky,
The same sky.
we are the fighters who turn loss into flame, born from different places but under the same sky. Different family stories but share the same pain, because we are the army
Under the same sky.
What's up, Google? Glad to see you stuck around. So this one was just kind of packed with detail. Like, I'm not saying that the other ones weren't packed with detail, but this has like Sky Bros detail, so we got to go through it and we got to point out what we see and what we saw.
Greetings, citizens of Red Vale.
Love how the hologram is like a million now.
Meme boss has been detected. The Sky Bros, operating under Commander Skybrows, are being deployed. This is a reminder. No dramatic entrances. No quote tweet duels. Do not attempt to out-meme the entity. Do not cause trouble until the situation is assessed.
I have been fighting to keep my mind afloat. I had a dream and watched it sink below, but I'm drawing.
Like, Skybrow's entity in Red Vale is fucking nuts. He looks like an Overwatch character, and I love how he's characterized as kind of like the leader of our group, because, like, ideologically, he is. I know I butchered saying that, but, like, I can't talk, man. I just woke up. Leave me alone. But yeah, look at this design, dude. He looks like a fucking Overwatch character. And I mean, like, I used to be a fan of Overwatch, not so much anymore. But like, you can't deny that like the style of Overwatch is actually pretty cool, like the visual style.
To keep my mind afloat, I had a dream and watched
He just has like an army of gaming syndicates too.
But I'm drawing my battle lines, going to war again. I know I was forged for
How you doing, Holy Ball? Good to see you in. Good to see everybody in.
checking my heartbeat, lifting my chin, standing my ground one more time. No spotlight shining my way, just fine.
It's been like a really cool, like reoccurring character. Great at consistency, like very great at consistency.
The fighters who turn lost into flame, born from different places but under the same sky, one sky.
Something I don't, feel free to call it out in chat too. Jets fighting the Skull are cool as hell. Just drops in from orbit like a fucking Spartan. This is Louis versus self-insert, and it's a really cool design if I can get like a clear fucking pause image of it. Probably not. Let's see. Frame by frame. I keep forgetting this is an option. Yeah, but like, they're armored, sleek armored, futuristic armored. They look kind of like Overwatchy too. I like their sword, and you can see that they got the cross on their chest. I wonder what that means. But yeah, Louis versus design for their self-insert is fucking baller. I like the whole like mask and ball cap get up. It's kind of like an armored. What's the dude's name from fucking God damn, I can't even remember the name of the video game now. Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs. It's like the guy from Watch Dogs. Action is cool as hell. Penny Bloomfield. Oh, that's a really great cameo. Me. And Delta Wolf. And we got Feeble Mind. That's honestly a really great outfit for him too, man. I personally like his like War Priest look, but that's cool too. People, if you're still watching, bro, like you should definitely make like a PNG out of like that War Priest like get up that a lot of people put you in as, like with your cameo, like the like with the white robe and the halo and the fucking cross sword. That should just be your VTuber model. That's a sick look. Here we got Ember Paradox.
Different places, but under the same
She got the whip, and then we got Shu. We got this fucking mook. One of the just army drones. I don't know this guy's name. Could somebody remind me? We got Gaming Syndicate and his red veil getup. Now, believe it or not, he created this look. Like Louisverse just kind of well, I'm pretty sure there was, you know, a handoff of the asset, but Gaming Syndicate made this for his thumbnail when he first watched the Red Veil trailer. Or a movie or fucking video, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, like it's honestly interesting to see other people's designs incorporated into stuff like that. That's what it's all about, man. That's literally what the Skybrowse community is all about.
the same sky, we come from different.
Griffin Knight, dude. Like I can't look at him the same after watching his like Origins AMV. Like Psychro cooked on that one, man. Haven't, like go ahead and watch that shit. It's really good.
Stories, but share the same pain, because we are the warriors under.
Red Veil Keen too. Damn. I knew it as soon as I saw the pirate ship. I was like, that's gonna be Keen. Dude, that's a sick look for intellectual. I like that. Oh man, is this supposed to be Kirsche? I'm gonna go off on a limb and say that's supposed to be Kirsche. If not, somebody call out in chat. But I'm saying that's Kirsche. We got fucking anti-goon police powder. We got Bupela. And then we got Dunce Eustace. Who trusted this man with a fighter jet? Who gave the cat that can't even spell access to a fighter jet? Think it's supposed to be Lynx? Maybe. I thought Lynx had like a black and white thing going on with her hair and her face. Not sure if that's supposed to be anybody specific, but go back. Of course, we got Nailith and we got Wild Iraqi. Anybody know who this is supposed to be? Like, do we have a frog dude in our midst? A Wild Iraqi looks really good. I'm glad he's getting a lot more recognition and a lot more like cameo time. If you haven't, oh, Bong Water, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Wild Iraqi definitely deserves like a lot more recognition, especially like with the adversity he's ran through. Lilith always got to be eating something. Got the glasses this time though. A really sick, serious looking leaflet, which makes a lot of sense. Hey, randomize. You don't gotta retract your messages, bro. Like, I don't mind. Like, especially if I ask for input. Like, it doesn't make you look stupid for giving input. The one thing that I don't get though is why people kind of ascribe a kind of like mage like role to Leaflet. I get that she's scholarly and smart, but like even in her own lore, she is very I don't want to say inept, but she's not like the best magician, right? She is more of a physical combatant. She uses like a sword with a gun sub value to it, right? So she has a sword that she loads like shells into, and like it works like fucking Leon from Final Fantasy VIII's gun sword, right? And like, you know, she's also a slime too, so she can like shapeshift and stretch and all that stuff. Like, she hardly uses magic, and I mean, I'm guilty of that myself. Although like the one time I had her use magic was like the lore magic that she uses. Literally has like this illusionary like ability that she can use, and that's what I had her use in my fucking Paper Moon AIAMV. You know, when she like shoots up the red flare and everything turns red. It was supposed to be her illusionary magic. Oh man, that's probably somebody I don't know of too. That's Natsuki. That's gotta be Natsuki. Has like the weird fucking hair. Oh, that's Fatash. They look great too. Oh, is that Cosmic Otaku? That's such a cool freaking design. Ayla, dude. Whoa. Whoa. Fucking Chikage. Man, everybody got such badass cameos in this one. Aelith about to eat some more. This has got to be Trucker Man, right? That's Depths Walker. Gotta be Depths Walker. That's more Delta Wolf, I think. And that was fucking X count for sure. Gotta be. And then we have Mummy here. Mummy looks badass. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. The cybernetic work on X count is fucking nuts. Yeah, that's cool. Mummy looks badass. On fucking Mavluck. Reaving Mango, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Can't tell who that's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be like Juju or somebody? No, I'm really bad at all these callouts, man. Like I have no idea. Like I know who some of us are, but I don't know like every single one of us. So sometimes it's hard, and there's new additions to the Skybrows community every fucking day. Sometimes it's hard to keep up. Yeah, I would say that's Juju too. It's got the yellow undershirt and the brown overalls, and I would say her hair would need to be a little bit blonder, but that's like that's nitpicky. But she does have the leaves, so we'll give it to Juju. I probably don't know who that is. I'll be real. That could be somebody like entirely. Is that supposed to be fucking Nux? Nah, that can't be. No. That's not Nux. Is it? Of course, we got Mizuki the Fox. Depths Walker. Mandigger Pain. Oh man. So many. No idea who this is. Not a clue. Silas. I love seeing Frostrunner included. Simply John. Lifu. They're a group of streamers. Like husband and wife, or a girlfriend, boyfriend. They're a couple. They're a pair. They're a unit. I know of the cat, and I know that the girl always holding the cat is supposed to be an android, but I don't know either of their names. Psychro, clearly. Like, as many people as we have with masks, and like, you know, gas masks in particular, like, Psychro is a very striking image. Rada Zero, is it not? The cat with the demon wings. I don't know the AI girl's name, but yeah, we got fucking Harambe. What is this guy's name? Like Phil Chan? Yeah, this is like one YouTuber that I've like never seen, so I have no idea who they are. So I know this is supposed to be Harambe though. That's Underworld Femboy, aka Underworld Fox. If you don't already, go ahead and look into him. Underworld is a really, really funny dude. Philip. Is this a Celestium fucking feature? Hell yeah. And then now everybody's gathered around the campfire. Dude, honestly, it was worth the wait. The whole Red Veil narrative is so cool. Like, all these people were living under a matrix, and then, like, the Sky Bros just come in and fucking liberate everybody from the matrix. That's a pretty cool saga, to say the least. Oh, man, Louisverse, you did good work here, man. Like, keep it up. Keep it up. I love your self-insert design. It's really cool. I love the whole design philosophy you have with all your videos. I love that you reuse characters. I love that you are really consistent with your setting and your just overall aesthetic of your cinematic universe. I can't wait to see what you do next. Alright. Now, moving on from the Red Veil. As much as I'd love to listen to this song, we're not listening to that right now. Got more bullshit to watch. This one's by DJ Nightowl. If you haven't met him already, he's one of the kind of like brainstorming minds within the Skybrows community. He is always up to something. Paradox. This is DJ himself. And then we got Skybrows on the drum. Really, I didn't even pick up on that. Makes sense, because that's definitely how DJ presents himself, as some sort of like dark wizard. I would have thought it would be Depths Walker too. Deserves a lot of love. She's a really talented and really entertaining streamer. Damn, he just jawed her ass, bro. I'm sorry, Feeble. Rip Lord Simplectual. You unleash the demon inside. Oh, man. It's not meant to be intellectual. I don't know, man. Those design choices were very, very, very intellectual, but I don't know. I guess we'll let them slide on that for now. Alright. Let's watch a Wild Iraqi's latest video. Never beating the allegations, man.
You're listening to Wild Rockies.
The music goes hard as fuck, bro. Intellectual. That was apparently DJ Skybrows. That fucking Overlord Powder. No idea who that's supposed to be. Keen and Leaflet. Yeah. Link's on the guitar. Wild Iraqi is always so cool in these visualizations, man. On the drums, obligatory lightning drums. Fox guy in the red suit is supposed to be Delta Wolf. Wild. Really cool. Same.
Thanks.
Everybody is getting so freaking good with their video generations, and like even the songs that they're putting to it. Like everybody is getting so good at this shit. Like it's unreal. This community, it was a blessing to freaking start and be a part of. Like the amount of creativity and like just artistic prowess being fostered within our community is absolutely insane. And I have hope for the future because of the Skybrows community.
For watching.
that was that's Wild Iraqi. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe to his channel. Oop. Go back. Go back. Go back. Gotta like the video. Gotta share it to X. So this is Quango Queen from Fashizi. You like them, you love them, you know them. Let's get into this one, because I've been waiting to watch this one for a minute. But yeah, like I played around a little bit last night with the updated features of Grok. The whole scene extension thing is really cool. You can extend your videos out like a good 20 more seconds, and it's honestly really freaking cool. We got Rev on the audio mixing. On the drums. You're Shane Leaflet on guitar and bass, Asman on rhythm.
In the cold storm, I ignite the fight. Pixels raise, worlds take flight. I'm Leaflet, quick crushing every world. I riff, shred and watch the chaos unfold.
Finally got Nux Blue. Oh, Rip Jackson. Into the dungeon by Ember Paradox, no less. Keen, we got Vesper, Rava. This is Leaflet's snake girlfriend. Snake friend girl. Friend that is a girl and a snake. Lamia. With the Infinity Gauntlet. It's just being useful. Yeah. Electrified Kaya. I love how we've just hijacked Kaya as like a symbol of our movement. Hassan must be so pissed. Like, if he's even noticed any of these videos at all, he must be so pissed that Kaya has been like hijacked as like a symbol of our community. And what's more, he's always paired with Nux. Her human model is horrid. Or the slime model is horrid to work with, and I imagine anybody that's not like human proportions is bad too. Those harmful opinions into the box.
They bring the screeching, I bring the proof. They change the argument, I raise the roof.
The Kirsche versus Leaflet thing. That fucking Naira.
Worlds from nothing, music from noise, art from algorithms, signal from void. Every sleepless hour stacked like stone. I didn't build an empire, I built a home. You wanna kill
See, once again with these mad work camera angles, man. Alright, I was just about to call that out. I was like, remember that fucking short of her talking about how she Naruto ran down the stairs? On camera in 4K being a fucking weeb. Even one to talk either, bro. I was the kid in school that Naruto ran to the cafeteria to get my Chicky Sandy. Like, straight up, like, I had to be first in line, Naruto ran and everything. I wasn't waiting 30 minutes in line for that fucking bitch-ass chicken sandwich. I was gonna eat my fucking lunch and gonna go about my fucking day, bro. I had the Naruto run my ass to get there. Like, the fuck you mean? Dude, that was a crazy freaking angle. Up the freaking, tuning neck of the guitar, down the freaking frets. That was nuts.
I'm leaflet grip, crushing every world. Irish shredded, watch the chaos unfold. Memes detonating in a furious stream. I own these quangos, I'm the queen. Retard spotted, target is locked. Your argument's dumb. Get in the boat. Let's have some fun.
The goblin leaflet too. That's another banger from Fushizi, bro. If you don't already, go ahead, like, share, subscribe to them. I'm gonna share it to X as well so people can find it. Oh man. Yeah, man, go cook your lunch, go cook your dinner, whatever time it is for you. Make sure you take care of yourself above everything else, dude. This is Counterintelligence. This one's been out for 2 days. I just kind of found it. We're gonna watch it because I haven't seen it yet.
On the rise, eyes wide. Yeah, we clocked this. They was laughing at the prophets, now they're trending in the hospice. Ha. Scroll receipts, we don't preach, we just show it. Every leak, every speech, every moment. Used to call us crazy in the comment box. Now they copy talking points without a thought. No doom talk here, this a war room cheer. Every lie that they fed us getting burned this year. They make nonsense pics, we just learn their tricks. Redefine, print, flip scripts, turn the switch.
Yeah, we put 'em in the box, put 'em in the box.
Yeah, we put them in the box. Put them in the box. Tag them, bag them. Yeah, we put them in the box. They said trust us. Now the mask came off. Same script, new suit, same fake scarf. We got long save clips, bookmark quotes. Every B-roll moment that they hope we ghost. I see pay talking, heads lose signal. View count flat, every take feels fickle. You can shadow every word that we toss, but the screenshots live while your sponsors to drop more.
Pretty good. Reference. Omar needs to be arrested, bro.
Yeah, we put them in the box. Take 'em, bag 'em. Box. Take 'em, bag 'em. Box. Take 'em, bag 'em. Yeah, we put them in the box. They can spin, they can shout, they can stage their shots, but the crowd don't clap when the frame unlocks. Every view, every share, every play that back is a nail in the crate where they stuff they at. Dawn breaking wide, we just shattered the night. True surges forward like a tidal wave might. They stack their illusions on fragile glass lies. Now the cracks are exploding, watch empires capsize. We spark the signal, let the beacons ignite. Every pulse, every voice to the
Hell yeah, Roko's Basculus.
We rose even higher, unbreakable network, eternal live wire. Archives unbreakable, edit swept clean.
Only 11 o'clock for me. I went live like an hour ago, so I had like 10. Gang's all here. This is a comic historian, right? He passed away recently, I think. Roach is getting jiggy with it. And that was another fucking banger from Foshizi, bro. If you don't like, share, subscribe already. This one's going to X. Probably already shared it to X. No. I'm not too familiar with politicians that are outside of the US. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick kind of like stretch break. My lower back is still kind of like locked up from sleeping, so I'm gonna turn you guys over to the stream radio. You guys are gonna listen to a couple bangers. Be back in a few minutes. How's it going, Counter? Just watched your video, actually. The that one, the one with all the violins. It was pretty good. I liked it. I liked your visual style. I liked all the cameos. You know, the riffing off of "Put It in the Box" was really great. Boys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a few minutes to just stretch out and get another cup of coffee or something. I'll be back. Hey, C Still, what's up, my man? How you doing? I was just about to take a break, but we'll be back at it in a few minutes.
Hurry, wide away, no delay, go today.
Facts we spin, new flag, new slogan, same old grin. Flip the script, repaint the brand, but you never learn who buys your games, did you, man? Tiny text on a loading screen, preaching me through a cutscene dream. Beat your launch, half finished code, credits roll, then you hit that road. Go broke, that's the headline joke. You chased applause, now you're breathing smoke. Server shut down, all the fans you poke. Go broke, go broke, go broke. Now the studio sales listed as the end. Pink slip stacked by the busted rigs. Exits cash out and the tailored digs. On the block, one brave think besides, while the last step packs up and quietly cries. Go broke, that's a headline joke. You chased applause, now you're breathing smoke. Server shut down, all the fans you poke. Go broke, go. You chant it like a spell, but it's bad faith math and it's easy to sell. It's greed plus spin, a scapegoat show. Blame those people so you don't look below. At the crunch, at the lies you spoke, while you laugh at the folks that your bosses broke. Go.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in action. Did Naylith make another one? No, this is just reactions, okay. Alright, we are back in action. What should we watch? Is it Mizuki and fucking Revan's job today? Key wish side scrollers would reach out to me and ask me on. They liked one of my posts where somebody was complaining that like me and Feeble Mind should be invited on, and they came in and liked the post, but I haven't heard from them since. See what Asman has to say about all the fucking Iran shit.
I can't believe this. This is another, again, and Cenk Uygur is another, implicit advocate of political Islam, the spread of political Islam in the West. He always takes that side. He always advocates in that direction. And he tried to fulfill and perpetuate the lie that basically the Iranian People's Revolution isn't real. They're all stupid and they're being tricked by Israel into doing this. So I criticized Iran Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei 1,000 times. So apparently somebody looked up how many times he did this. 0. This is the first time he's ever mentioned his name. He was oppressing his own people and preventing democracy, but there's one thing you can't take away from him. He died on his own 2 feet instead of kneeling to Israel. That took courage. He didn't bow. Again, they're still trying to, lionize this guy as if he's some kind of strong martyr.
Sorry, coffee went down the wrong pipe. Man, we have no idea how that punk died. I guarantee you he fucking died cowering in some fucking bunker under his estate for sure. That's how these people always go out. Look at Saddam Hussein, bro. We found him in a fucking spider hole in the middle of the desert. And, what was it? Fucking Osama bin Laden? We found him hiding out and just went and fucking capped his ass, dude. He was hiding. None of these people are ever fucking lions. They're all fucking cowards. All terrorists are fucking cowards. All they do is use fear and fucking violence to control people. That's cowardly.
Cleric, paladin, patriot fighting against these oppressive forces. Meanwhile, he's sending his fucking army in to shoot protesters and kids because they don't want to be oppressed by him anymore. So it's very disappointing to see Cenk Uygur saying this. It's so fucking pathetic, trying to act like there was anything virtuous or noble about the way he died. He probably died like a dog, like all the rest of them. Hopefully they show the kill cam footage and everybody in the whole world can watch it. And you know what?
Boo Bakar al-Baghdadi died like a dog. It was one of Trump's hardest fucking moments, bro. I swear to God. Besides the whole, like, handing the picture of the dude's house to him and be like, I don't know, you tell me. Fucking, that's how you gotta treat these terrorists, man. Like, you just gotta dog on them. You gotta fucking pull their IP and read out their own address to them.
What they're gonna do? They're gonna watch it and they're gonna laugh because the guy is a joke, and now
they're all fucking third world retards, bro. They're not capable of diplomatic fucking actions. All they know is violence and fucking fear, so that's how they're gonna use it to control people. Like, none of these third world fucking Tusken Raiders are any type of intellectuals.
he's dead, and his son is dead, and then all the rest of those people involved are going to be dead too. That's what's going to happen. And the world's going to be a better place. That's the reason why. And so, yeah, was he bombed other Muslims? Yeah, he's blowing up other Muslims too. It's just so fucking retarded. Anyway, let me go back. I'll look at the other comments too over this. Toronto. So this is from earlier today. We didn't even see this yet. So, look at this. Jump just posted a statement on Truth. Okay. Look at that. Holy fuck, that is massive. And let me go and take a look at it. Thothel. Okay, there it is. Can I just find this on Twitter so I can... Actually, can I just do this here? It's not... Here we go.
36 hours. The United States and its partners have, over the past 36 hours, the United States and its partners have launched Operation Epic Fury, one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensives the world has ever seen. Nobody's seen anything like it. We have hit hundreds.
I gotta say, knocking out the main guy on the first day, that's pretty good.
Of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building.
So they just blew up their ships. Yeah, I saw this.
All in a matter of literally minutes.
Knocked out his entire bloodline. That's
Iran's
right.
formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei.
No way. You're not.
Do it again.
Abdul Bakar Baghdadi is dead. No way. He's doing the same cadence.
Ayatollah Khamenei is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and
probably
even
millions
thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries.
Died like a dog.
Last night,
he got to fucking terrorist heaven, and he was gifted 72 Nick Fuentes.
Celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity They're calling by the thousands. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action.
Sad.
As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude.
Yeah, there was like 8 or 9 people that got wounded.
To the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more.
Honestly, I am so glad that we have somebody that's not bullshitting. He's right. He is. This is the first time that we have somebody that doesn't bullshit you. Yep, true. That's what happens.
Before it ends, that's the way it is.
Well, Mal, that's your takeaway? Absolutely it is, because a lot of people create this false perception that any sort of military intervention, and also, by the way, before somebody says, oh, well, you know, they didn't have to die, what do you think would happen if Iran was just allowed to continue doing things? You know what Iran would do? Iran would continue funding terrorism, and those terrorists would inevitably kill American citizens just like they have been for the last 20 years. The idea that this was an avoidable problem is ridiculous. They have been doing this for for decades at this point. So trying to stop this from happening and then people getting killed, it's a tragedy, but at the end of the day, it's not like the alternative is nothing. This is it's a complete false premise.
Likely be more, but we'll do everything possible where that won't be the case.
The world's terrorist
But America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against basically civilization.
They have.
They have waged war against civilization itself. Our
I like that. It's true.
resolve, and likewise that of Israel, has never been stronger. America is now, again, the richest, most powerful nation in the world by far. But the only reason we enjoy the quality of life that we do and the freedom and security is we have done things that others are unable to do.
The nukes, remember that? Remember that the nuclear bombs? That was a big one. No, he's right about this. Is the reason why Americans, the last time there was an American attack on American soil was like probably fucking Pearl Harbor or something, right? Unless you're counting 9/11. Like, we don't have to deal with the same shit that other people have to deal with, and it's because we have a really big military. If we didn't have a military, we'd be dealing with that constantly. Military is the only thing that, like, every single other, like, solution to a problem is backed up by the threat of force. That is the only
that's kind
real
of all
political
it is.
power on a baseline that matters. The reason why people don't attack America is because of the American military. That's the reason why. It's not because they like pop music or they think Taylor Swift is cool. It's because the American military can find them and kill them.
But it's because of warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to do battle with our enemies. And they do battle better than anybody.
Honestly, I'll be real. I don't fully believe China is a threat either. Like, say what you will about like how they outwardly face, but I've seen so many people saying that like China just kind of like fakes everything, and their military is obsolete, and none of their warfighters have ever seen war. So, like, they're a bunch of inexperienced soldiers with outdated equipment, and half of them don't even really want to serve. Like, everybody forgets that a lot of China was, like, up in arms, rioting and protesting over, like, just the state of living in China. So, if China started a war and started paradropping troopers, a lot of them would throw down their weapons and surrender and seek, like, I don't know, there's a term for it, but like essentially where you just like immediately defect and just start helping the enemy is pretty much what all the Chinese would do, in my opinion.
An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be a dire threat to every American.
I don't see why. Like, I mean, I think that you can talk about these theoreticals, but I think another factor too is that, like, we obviously have a lot of people in the Middle East. We have, like, in October 7th is a great example of this. In October 7th, American hostages were taken by Hamas. Hamas is being funded by Iran. So whenever Hamas takes hostages and they're being funded by Iran, you should look at the actions of the terrorists inside of America, or sorry, inside of the Middle East, and you should basically say these are the actions of Iran, because Iran is cutting the checks. Iran is paying them to do this. They are a proxy of Iran. So really the idea that, well, we can just avoid this or not have this happen, this is impossible. If we're going to do business and we're going to have our citizens and we're going to have trade with the Middle East, we need to make sure that we neutralize terrorism in that area. Like, obviously. Like, they're going to attack, like, they've attacked our boats, they've attacked other boats. Like, this is all money that we're spending. It's a huge amount of money that we're spending dealing with this. So there's not, like, there's not, what I'm trying to really drive home with people is that there's no neutral option. This is a fantasy that's invented by people on Twitter. The idea that you can just simply ignore these people and they're going to go away, we've been trying that, and it didn't work.
Like, the thing is like, even fighting these people is hard, because, like, at a certain point, they just disappear and go hide in spider holes and rebuild their numbers, and then come back as a different organization, like, 5-10 years later. The only way to get rid of a terrorist cell is, like, complete and total annihilation. You gotta destroy the people, you gotta destroy the doctrine, you gotta destroy everything they've ever touched.
We cannot allow a nation that raises terrorist armies.
That's not what it is.
That's like the big mistake we made with communism too, is like we did not completely eradicate communism, and it's been a big fucking mistake.
Such weapons would allow them to extort the world to their evil will. Not going to let it happen. We're not happening to us, and we're not going to let it happen to others. The United States has the strongest military the world has ever seen. I rebuilt our military in my first term.
So I take it you fully support the war crimes of Trump and his buddy Netanyahu. I'm from Ukraine myself in the Donetsk region. I'm curious to know your take on Russian operation then. If you condemn it, it's a level 99 double standard. I'll pull you up after this.
The thing with the Middle East is, like, as long as violent extremist Islam exists, there will always be another terrorist organization to take its place. Even if we were to successfully completely sweep one out, like, sooner or later some other extremist organization would take root, because it's all founded off of, like, extremist Islam. Honestly, like, Patton was right, McCarthy was right, fucking so many people in the past were right, and they were killed for their right thing.
And see what you come up with. And I'll pull you up after I finish this video, okay?
There's never been a military like we possess.
Just Google it.
And frankly, there's nobody even close, but we are now using that military for good. We want to have it for good purpose. We're undertaking this massive operation not merely to ensure security for our own time and place, but for our children and their children, just as our ancestors have done for us. Many
Ignoring this problem now makes it worse for the people in the future.
Many years ago.
It's true.
This is the duty and the burden of a free people. These actions are right, and they are necessary to ensure that Americans will never have to face a radical, bloodthirsty terrorist regime armed with nuclear weapons and lots of threats. For almost 50 years, these wicked extremists have been attacking the United States while chanting the slogan, "Death to America," or "Death to Israel," or
not a good slogan to have.
Or both. They are the world's #1 state sponsor of terror.
Hear that?
We are the world's greatest and most powerful nation, so we can do something about what they do.
Fuck them.
These intolerable threats will not continue any longer. I once again urge the Revolutionary Guard, the Iranian military, police, to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death.
Exactly.
pretty.
You know, all the DEI hires
all
were just
Iranian
really dragging
patriots
things
who
down.
yearn for
And,
freedom.
you know, if
to
we do
see-
that for every other freaking wing of government and every other public service, things would just be a lot smoother.
This moment.
What's up, Blastbox? Welcome in. Yeah, I usually stream in the mornings now. Like, I'll wake up around, like, maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock and just get right to it. Because it's just easier to get through my day if I stream first.
To be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back your country. America is with you. I made a promise to you, and I fulfilled that promise. The rest will be up to you, but we'll be there to help. Thank you. God bless you to our incredible warriors, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Man, that was a good one. That was actually a good one. Wow. All right, I get it. Honestly, big W. Yeah, that's great. I mean, shit. Like we got to see this a lot more. Best president. Yeah, I'm happy about this. And he did come through for him at the end. He did come through for him. I'm happy about that, and it's great. I'm very, very happy. Now, Keir Starmer also made another statement about. I was breathing soda. You should not do that. And we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch his update too. This is what Keir Starmer has said. Oh boy!
Like anything this dude ever
Compare
says.
this to Trump. Let's get it.
I like how he's standing in front of a couple Union Jacks, but if you wave a Union Jack as a pedestrian, you'll be arrested out in fucking their neck of the woods. Crazy how that shit works.
Yesterday, I spoke to you about the situation in the Gulf. Yesterday, I spoke to you about the situation in the Gulf.
This is already sounding like a YouTube apology video.
And explained that the United Kingdom was not involved in the strikes on Iran.
Yes.
That remains the case. Over the last 2 days, Iran has launched sustained attacks across the region.
No way.
At countries who did not attack them.
Because they're a terrorist nation that should be stopped and dismantled as soon as possible. Duh. Obviously.
They've hit airports and hotels where British citizens are staying. This is clearly a dangerous situation. We have at least 200,000 British citizens in the region. Residents, families on holiday, and those in transit. I ask all our people in the region to please register your presence and follow Foreign Office travel advice.
I mean, to be fair, there is a huge evacuation effort for anybody who wasn't, having the same problems as Asmon inhaling my fucking coffee. But anybody who wasn't willing to be embroiled up in like the war going on over there should have left a long time ago. I'm gonna just be real. If you're still over there after all of the pleas to fucking leave from your government, that's kind of on you.
Yeah, I'd say get the fuck out of there.
I know this is a deeply worrying time.
Jesus.
And we will continue to do all we can to support you.
Oh.
Our armed forces, who are located across the region, are also being put at risk by Iran's actions.
Yeah, true.
Yesterday, Iran hit a military base in Bahrain, narrowly missing British personnel. The death of the supreme leader will not stop Iran from launching these strikes.
So what are you going to do about
Their
it?
approach is becoming even more reckless and more dangerous to civilians.
Maybe if you would activate all these various armed forces around the region and use them to go get your people out and protect others, maybe things would be going a little bit better, buddy. I love how all these people fucking harp about world peace and fucking this, that, and the other, but absolutely do fucking nothing to achieve it. Same goes with like the war in Ukraine. You know how easy it would have been to just like end the shit off rip if the UN and fucking NATO cooperated, but they pushed the war. They did. Oh man. Like these people would literally start wars in order to like keep themselves in office. Like these are some of the most dishonest fucking people when it comes to war. They're dishonest about everything, but the way they feel about war is fucking a matter of convenience. The war is good if it makes them look good, and the war is bad if Trump does it.
Our decision that the UK would not be involved with the strikes on Iran was deliberate.
Like, if you would have rallied your forces and helped out a little bit, things probably would have gone a lot smoother. But you just, you wanted to make Trump look bad. You weren't interested in any type of peace or easy resolution. You just want political brownie points. You'll have none of that because everybody fucking hates you and you're supposed to be resigning, are you not? Your name was in the Epstein files how many times there, Starmer? Just like name drop mentions like Trump, dude. Like you are implicated.
Pussy! Wow. Dude, y'all, I feel so bad for y'all over in the UK. You've got to deal with this limp dick. This is crazy. Wow. Has there ever been a limper dick? I don't know.
He's fucking
this guy's
British. What do you expect?
He's one of the worst.
It's because we believe that the best way forward for the region and for the world is a negotiated settlement.
You cannot negotiate with these fucking people. What a retard.
It's like you would assume that people like this would have been breeded out of evolution like 30,000 years ago, right? People that had this mentality, that there would have just, through natural selection, that like this mindset would just be gone. But somehow they're still around.
This is like the same stupid that thought they could negotiate with the fucking barbarians and like the fucking Vikings and shit when they landed on their shores. Like, this is that type of stupid. You can't negotiate with a bunch of people who just want to kill you and take what you have. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Like, you can, even with like a lower tier people, like fucking gangs of bandits. Like, when have you ever seen like a successful negotiation with a gang of bandits? That's all like a terrorist organization is, by the way. They're just a gang of bandits. Like, you know what you do with gangs of bandits? You fucking mow through them. Like, fuck them.
Let's talk about it.
One in which Iran agrees to give up any aspirations to develop a nuclear weapon.
Exactly. Like when you have like just an overtly aggressive force, you can't expect words to work, man. Like aggression answers aggression. Like you have to fight back against aggression or else they will keep aggressing. Same thing with the Crusades too. Like the Muslim population pushed so far up into Europe because like that's the attitude that they had. They're like, oh, maybe we can talk to these people. Maybe they're friendly. Maybe we can coexist. And then they killed and raped and murdered their way all the way up into Russia. And even further east, I believe. Or west, I guess you would say. But case in point, we didn't decide to crusade against them until it was almost too late. And I don't think we can do that again, man. I literally do not think that we can like push them back via crusade because we just do not have the numbers.
Great idea. Why didn't anybody else think of this? Of course, This is brilliant.
But Iran is striking British interests nonetheless and putting British people at huge risk, along with our allies across the region. That is the situation we face today.
Yep.
Our partners in the Gulf have asked us to do more to defend them. And it is my duty to protect British lives.
Yeah.
We have British jets in the air as part of coordinated defensive operations.
Jesus, man, this is just... God, bro, like... I feel bad for y'all. Like, this sucks, man. This is like whenever we had Biden. Like, really? Like, he go up there... You know, geez, guys, wow, it's sad to watch. I know, it's just pathetic.
Which have already successfully intercepted Iranian strikes.
Yeah, wow.
But the only way to stop the threat is to destroy the missiles at source.
Duh.
In their storage depots.
No way.
Or the launchers which are used to fire the missiles.
No, wait. So, wait, are you telling me that in order to stop the missiles from hitting you, you have to stop the missiles from spawning? Just, yeah, that seems like a good idea. Yeah, you just blow up the missile base, and then there's no more missiles. What?
The United States has requested permission to use British bases for that specific and limited defensive purpose.
Why the fuck are we asking permission? We pay for those bases. I guarantee you, American taxpayer dollars paid for those fucking bases to be built. We own that shit. Like, if it's like part of the UN or NATO, we own all of it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, fuck you.
Isn't it crazy how terrified he is of alienating his, like, radical Muslim, like, voter base? It's so obvious that's the reason why he's pussyfooting around this. Like, can you imagine if Churchill was here? Like, honestly, we wouldn't have needed to bomb Iran because they would be gone. He would have already blown them up, like, fucking probably a decade ago.
You ever look into how quickly they got rid of Winston Churchill after World War II? It's fucking nuts. You'd think they would want to keep the dude around forever with how celebrated he was, but dude, they got rid of him like almost instantly. Dude was just too hardcore for what these motherfuckers wanted. And that was like, back then, that was like 80 years ago, 90 years ago during World War II. Or at the end of World War II.
Oh. It's so pathetic, isn't it?
We have taken the decision.
Real one.
It makes a lot of sense because the crown has always been compromised. Always. Ever since the whole, like, shuffling of power where they went around and assassinated all the fucking royalty from all of these, like, European areas and then took it over themselves. Like, it's just how it went. Crown has always been connected to, like, whatever player is going on behind the curtains controlling everything.
To accept this request, to prevent,
yeah, for sure. That's why they hate anybody who doesn't toe the line. That's the problem with Trump. That's the problem with Elon. It's the problem with Nick Shirley. Anybody who doesn't do exactly what they fucking want is a target to them. That's what happened to Alex Jones, dude. Alex Jones blew them out of the fucking water, and they retaliated so fucking hard against him. Even without force of violence, they just like they tried really hard to just quiet that man down. They got him off of like almost every platform to the point where he was doing like AM radio. And then he was able to launch his own thing and like just go against the grain. But like still, they tried really hard to get rid of Alex Jones.
Across the...
I'm sure there have been attempts on his life too, but the dude's a tinfoil hat wearing schizo. Like he would fucking 100% anticipate that. I guarantee you, every time he enters his own house, he has his gun drawn and like sweeps his own house because he's probably that paranoid of things.
Region.
So they're going to, this is it, they're going to accept the U.S. using their bases so we can help. Jesus, man. That's it? That's all y'all are going to do? Oh my God. What a loser.
Killing innocent civilians, putting British lives at risk, and hitting countries that have not been involved.
Yeah.
The basis of our decision is the collective self-defence of long-standing friends and allies and protecting British lives.
Oh my God.
That is in accordance with international law.
Jesus Christ. Jesus, guys, like this is bad. This is really bad. I'm so sorry.
And we are
Looks terrified
publishing a
just
summary
giving this statement.
of our legal advice. We are not joining these strikes, but we will continue with our defensive actions in the region.
Why not? Why are you not helping us? Like, you're begging us to help you with Ukraine, and now we're sending over all of our fucking all of our shit to Ukraine, and you're doing this on the context of, oh, well, we don't want to have another appeasement war like Hitler, and now you're not even going to help with Iran? What the fuck, man?
Ass backwards.
Really, he's scared. I know. What a fucking bitch.
He's scared.
I mean,
He's
like,
practically
at
fucking
France,
crying and
France
shaking.
at least comes in and they're
giving
helping
this
us in a fucking
speech.
aircraft carrier over. It's just like the old days, right? You got to remember, they helped us get rid of them.
And we will also bring
See? What a-
experts from Ukraine
Wow.
together with our own experts to help Gulf partners.
I think that shit's funny too, because it's like France in turn asked us for help with their revolution, and we were like, nah, we have a lot of our own stuff to deal with, buddy. You got this. It was so fucking bad.
Shoot down Iranian drones attacking them.
Great.
I want to be very clear. We all remember the mistakes of Iraq.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, Iraq was bad. That's true. Iraq was bad. Every war now is Iraq.
And we have learned those lessons.
And what lesson
We
is
were
that?
not involved in
For
the
sure, the
initial
French
strikes
Revolution
on
was
Iran.
like poorly fought.
He's
like
so afraid,
I'll give
man.
you that.
It's sad.
And we will not join
You're right. They
offensive
weren't just
action
like
now.
going after
Why?
like their monarchy or their politicians. They were just like offing
But
people
Iran is
for
Like,
different
Iran can
opinions.
bomb
It was
you.
like honestly
if you're
no
worried
different
about
than
them
like what
getting
we're
nukes,
dealing with today.
and you even
just like on
admitted
a
that they
worse scale.
refused to not get nukes, then like, what are you talking about? How, like, do you realize how close you are to Iran? Like, I would like, I don't know, like, I'm assuming Great Britain, UK is probably like what, 2,000 miles, 1,500 miles away from Iran. Like, it's not like, is it 4,000? Okay, maybe it's a little bit closer. It's about 3,000. Okay. It's a lot closer than we are. All right, that's the point.
A scorched earth strategy. So we are supporting
Wait, what? Scorched? Wait, sorry.
a scorched earth strategy. The initial
For
strikes
sure, but
on
we
Iran.
got a lot of
And we will not join offensive
metric
action
calendar.
now.
What the fuck?
But Iran is pursuing
Oh,
a scorched earth strategy.
okay.
So we are supporting the collective self-defense of our allies and our people.
What the fuck is a metric calendar? How do you metric a calendar? What the fuck? What the fuck is a metric calendar? Dude, that sounds fucking retarded. Why would they... What the fuck? 3 10-day weeks? That... Oh my god. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
In the region.
Oh, wow.
Because that is our duty to the British people. It is the best way to eliminate the urgent threat and prevent the situation.
Like, I'll argue too that like even the current calendar is fucking retarded, and like our timekeeping is probably like mad fucked. But like the whole concept of that fucking metric calendar just sounds like just extra brain dead.
Spiraling further. This is the British government protecting British interests and British lives.
Wow. Wow. I just... Dude, like, wow. That's really, I mean, you gotta be honest. Like, it's kind of impressive whenever you think about this. It is. It's kind of impressive how much of a flop this guy is. I can't even imagine this. Oh my god. What a loser, man. Holy fucking shit. But I guess that's kind of what happens. And I just am amazed that somebody like this is really running Britain. It's so embarrassing. Let me turn this down a little more. There it is. So, yeah, get him out of the UK in action, man. Yes, I know. And can we get him next? I think we're going to have to. Like, I don't want to have to get him, but, like, I don't really see the option besides this. Summarize what he said. Who cares? I mean, this is embarrassing. You never worried about safety of UK citizens before, so why would we trust you now?
Yesterday,
yeah, dude, what a loser, man. What an absolute fucking loser. And I'm from Ukraine, and we're so tired of fighting, not only with Russia, but also with our leftists. It's a shame that rightists in Ukraine is an active minority. We stand with U.S. and Israel, man. Yeah, I know that most people in Ukraine do. I mean, very clearly they do. So this is Keir Starmer. Jesus Christ, what a limp dick loser. I don't even know what to say. And what is this here, if I can pull up the other comments? But what is this? And full statement from Trump. Let me go back. I'll pull this up. And is this him talking about it too? Oh, he's talking about, yeah, Europe must finally equip itself with real strength, real ability to defend its skies. So even Zelensky, what is this here? And the situation in the Middle East shows how difficult it is to provide 100% protection against missiles and Shahed drones. Even the Gulf countries would have more advanced missile air defense systems than those provided to us so far by our partners, and have them in larger quantities. Not all ballistic missiles are intercepted. There were also Shaheds that air defense in the region had not stopped. And yeah, this is it. I mean, very clearly, that's I'm so tired of looking at the scammer. This guy, I don't think Zelensky's a bad guy, right? But yeah, it's a plane, so it's nothing, man. Yeah, exactly. It's I don't know how
I don't
this
think
happens.
Zelensky's all that
Iranian
great of a
regime's
dude.
reckless use of proliferation of ballistic
more
missiles
like
have
a
been a
soft
dangerous threat
dictator
for
than
decades.
anything
Now,
else.
president's direction.
The whole war
the
is just to
forces
keep him in
are
office.
eliminating the threat. This is the new stuff. Uh-oh. Here we go. You see there, Bo, you just know it's really bad. Yeah, he kidnaps men, dude. I don't know what the details are. I have no idea. I mean, we had a draft too, so I don't think that's enough. What is this here? Iranian missile scores direct hit in Jerusalem? Oh boy. Wait, what? That's the sky? Oh my god. Holy shit! This is like the end of like a fucking movie. Wow. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Yo! No way!
What the fuck?
Way!
Screaming about it's gonna help,
way!
buddy.
God damn!
Oh my god! Oh my
It's like
god!
Cloverfield, yeah.
Holy
Oh my
fuck.
god.
Oh my god!
Oh
That's
my
a
god.
hypersonic. I'll watch it again after I finish this.
Oh my god. Oh my
What
god.
was the air missiles doing? I don't know.
Yo. Oh.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I should probably
my
seek better
God.
cover than being on top of the building. You guys should probably get the ground level.
It actually hit right here.
God
Oh
damn,
my
look
god.
at
That
that.
actually.
Holy fuck, man. And you can see how fast it is. Look, watch. There it is.
Ah!
Jesus.
Oh my god.
That's not hypersonic? No, it'd be faster. That's not that fast. Wow.
Yo.
And like, bro, pissed his pants? I would too, bro. Like, that shit's scary. Like, god damn. British Typhoon fighter jet shoots down an Iranian suicide drone targeting Qatar. Well, thank God. At least they're doing something. Tough blow for the Ghost Fleet. In the North Sea, our French Navy helicopters contributed tonight by boarding to the boarding by Belgian forces of a tanker under international sanctions. Well, there it is. Got another one, right? You can just go out and get them.
Yes, actually, I thought
This really is World War III, guys, ain't
He
it?
was in his office every day, and several times the
Sorry, the audio's bad. I'm not going to play it. And yeah, it's just very, very annoying. Yep, Germany, France, and the UK are ready to take defensive action against Iran. Again, like, this should have happened.
No
like,
defense
it's
system is like
embarrassing
100%
that they didn't
perfect,
take
man.
offensive action.
There's always going to be like hiccups.
Really, they should have gone hard on this right from the very fucking beginning. And what is this here?
For
if I
sure,
can find
they
it?
would
This
have
is from
never. They
Spain.
never would have
One
been
can
founded
oppose a hateful
without the
regime and
US,
at the
dude.
same
They-
time oppose an
they
unjustified and
would have
dangerous
never
military
been
intervention.
without the
No, you
US.
can't. At the end of the day, if you have a hateful regime that's making bombs, there is only one solution, and it is military intervention. That's it.
Yeah, for
You're not
sure.
going to have
Like,
a conversation with
the
them.
articles
You're
of
not
war
gonna sit
here for
around and
World
play
War
patty
III are a
cake
lot
with them.
different.
You're not going to explain
and the
to
thing
them
is, I think
why
we're
they're
all
wrong for
involved in
trying
it
to
too.
blow you
It's
up.
not just like
That's
the
it.
soldier front
Like, you
war.
could either-
There's
you either
definitely
are
like
okay
an
with the
information
regime,
war
or
too,
you're
and
okay with the
a culture
military
war
action
as
to get
well.
rid of it. There
There's
is no
multiple
middle
modes of
ground here.
attack.
There is no,
and
well,
multiple
maybe if we
layers
just
of
reason with them.
defenders and combatants.
What are you, fucking 5 years old? Are you retarded? Jesus Christ. Calling for immediate de-escalation, respect for international law, and the urgency of resuming dialogue. Oh my God. This is so embarrassing. Who are these guys? We had conversations for 40 years.
The information
exactly.
war is
Like, these
arguably
people
more
will
important
spend
than the
all
physical
day,
war.
all night, for years, infinitely talking about a problem, and the problem will just continue to get
the
worse.
information war is how we
until
stop all
somebody
the
does
terrorism.
something
It's
about
how
it.
we stop all the
It's so
misinformation. It's
pathetic.
how we stop all the brainwashing of our youth. The information
York has
war is
sued
crucial
Valve.
to our survival.
This is very annoying for me to see.
More than anything else, like I said, like you said, it's literally how we stop all of the garbage from coming down the pipeline and ruining future generations. I mean, they definitely can convince people to become terrorists. I mean, look at all the assassination attempts of the last, like, 2 years, 3 years, right? What's the one fucking kid that shot Trump at Butler, Pennsylvania? I forget his fucking name, but he was a product of that pipeline. Same with Ryan Routh. He was a product of that pipeline. Luigi may be a product of that pipeline. Tyler Robinson and his trans furry boyfriend, definitely a product of that information war, just brainwashing pipeline, you know. It's possible for them. Thomas Crooks, that's his name. Yes, it's very possible that there are, like, you know, grooming centers and you know, just sleeper agents, like, out there. I think the thing with this ICE push that Trump's been doing is kind of cleaning up, like, the actual terrorist cells and, like, the cartel combatants and stuff like that. But you know, that's just tinfoil hat territory. You know what I'm saying? No, the meme war is definitely a great mode of attack. It's how you get the culture. You know, you get the culture through comedy and relatability. They try so hard to defame us with words like Nazi and istaphobe and homophobe and fucking whatever the fuck, because they don't want people to be able to relate to us. They don't want relating to us to look like a good idea. So that's why they continue to slander us with those names. But it doesn't really work. I mean, there's a lot of it going on the encrypted messaging apps too, like Signal and fucking Discord and stuff like that. I remember reading somewhere that there was evidence to suggest that like a lot of these like school shooters and would-be assassins were on Discord getting groomed in that way. Lincoln said it best. A house divided upon itself will not stand. Washington was saying about not having two political parties too. Like, you know, it was just an agreed or just like an avenue of splitting us up. What the culture war is, that's what it all is. It's all just means to split us all up into like all these tiny little categories so that none of us individually have any hope of fighting back. Got fucking Nux getting in on the conversation. Let's see what
we
he has to
finally
say.
have answers. I don't think people are aware at the absolute level of destruction we've just unleashed upon some of the worst people in human history, but apparently a lot of idiots are very unhappy about this. No, leave my Islamic dictator, terrorist, pedophile alone. No, Ray. Essentially, we have to deal with idiots like that on our streets, but the ultimate result is absolutely
every single one of the founding fathers would just be ready to do it again, to be totally honest. They would have been ready a long time ago.
We finally have information in regards to Trump taking questions from reporters, Hegseth delivering remarks, Rubio taking questions from reporters. And honestly, I've never seen such a one-sided narrative in my entire life when there literally
I'm gonna take another stroll around the house real quick just to
evil,
stretch my legs. I'll be right back.
Absolute morons foaming at the mouth, fighting on the side of evil. And also, I know that my coverage of this has been pretty good so far because the level of death threats I've been receiving lately has been honestly astronomical. It's pretty incredible. What? You mean to tell me that people that directly support Muslim terrorists are sending you death threats? I can't believe it. Well, you're gonna believe it. Crazy video for today. Subscribe because this blue retard on the internet gives you all the updates of all the things that happens the correct way. Alright, I'm not gonna sit here and morally grandstand. You get it raw when you have a terrorist regime that's attempted to assassinate Trump multiple times, unleashed unbelievable amounts of terrorism against the United States, killed hundreds if not thousands of Americans around the world over the last 47 years, and is directly planning on building an arsenal to destroy us and our homeland. My opinion is, if they try to kill you, you fucking kill them first. For some reason, a lot of people want to get nuked in order to justify a retaliation. I would prefer to kill them before they nuke us. Incredibly hot take. They're dead. The world is better. I say it without apology. I don't care. You can come at me with your Twitter Islamist bot armies, all right? These people are evil. They're pedophile, rapist, murderers. They've murdered tens of thousands of their own people. They wanted to destroy us, and I'm happy they're dead. Glad you're up to date. So Operation Epic Fury is in full gear, all right? May Allah protect him, says this individual. And honestly, the greatest community note of all time, Allah didn't protect him. Yeah, pretty diabolical, honestly. Man, Allah really... he missed protecting that one, it seems. Now, one of my favorite things that's been going on the internet has been third worldists quite literally screaming about how this is a deeply unpopular war, and actually the United States is worse. Trump is worse, actually, than Ali Khamenei. All right, so you have like people like Cenk Uygur. For some reason, he's in our country. God knows why we allow filth like this to be in our nation altogether. Who has done more damage to the world, Ali Khamenei or Benjamin Netanyahu? He expected the blowout of the century, and he got it. He actually got it. Yeah. So I mean, he tried to get all of his third worlder Islamist retards in his audience to vote this way. And then my favorite part is after getting brutally ratioed in his own poll, he decides to flood to the comments, start screaming his head off. It's an empirical fact that Netanyahu killed more people and more civilians, more reporters, more human rights workers. He subjugated 5.5 million Palestinians. Like, he's trying so hard. He's trying so hard to come up with a reason why Netanyahu is actually worse than a terrorist, pedophile, murderer. Now, you can have whatever criticisms you want for Netanyahu. Netanyahu won wars that were declared on him, okay? Now, yes, I believe that if you are head of a country, you should actually try to win the wars that you are involved in, not kick the can down the road and send infinite people to their death. The really hot take is if a terrorist... quite literally, terrorist organization attacks, rapes, and murders your people, you should fucking obliterate them. Yes, you absolutely should. So, I mean, listen, man, you can argue that Netanyahu caused more deaths. That argument would be wrong, because 650,000 people were killed in Syria because of the brutal Islamic regime in Iran, as well as Hezbollah, which is an Iranian proxy. So, you're objectively...
I can't recall ever seeing Sink Uger ever say anything fucking worth reading or listening to. Dude's always been a fucking weirdo. This is like Hassan's uncle too, is it not? What a fucking weirdo.
Wrong here. That is completely and utterly factually and objectively true. But also, morality is not weighed by body count. You are literally rooting for a terrorist dictator that enslaved 90 million people. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. All right, and then of course he has to say, "Oh, the bots arrived. The bots arrived. It's all bots. His post is bots." It's my new favorite genre of tweets of people.
Everybody who disagrees with me is a bot.
Do you want a U.S.-led war with Iran? Yes wins by 52-41. All right, Chank. All right, who's done more damage to the world? All right, Ali Khamenei. He's worse. Are you happy, President Trump bombed Iran twice so far? Yes. Overwhelmingly, yes. Thomas Massey tried another one. Do you, the American people, think Congress should blah, 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 blah? No, trust the president. He's tried to reword it. It didn't work either. My guy, normal people are 100% pro the idea of proactively dismantling a potential nuclear existential threat. Okay? Shut up.
Honestly, as long as it's not like another 30-year war, like fucking just get in there and step on their fucking neck, bro. Like, nobody will be mad about that. Just get it done.
Stop panicking and crying, yes. But Nux, what about international law? There's no such thing as international law. Wake up, sheeple. Wake up. International law is fake and gay. We are international law. We have the most bombs, the strongest military. We are the law. Shut up and sit down and enjoy the fireworks. So, of course, I wanted to hone in on this a little bit. Do you, the American people, think Congress should debate the objectives of the war in Iran, vote whether we should make war, blah, blah, blah? And, of course, he lost the poll based. Anyway, now, I think this is incredible stuff. The reason why we can't do this is
seriously, swiftly and totally. Like, if it gets done in a timely and safe manner,
it's sickening to know that the U.S. is again going to attack Iran during Ramadan. Ilhan Omar warned Iran before our attack. I think this is actual high treason. The U.S. apparently likes to strike Muslim countries during Ramadan. All right, whatever you say. Strike them when they're weak and hungry, I guess. Like, what do you want me to say? By the way, Iran declares every war on us ever during our holidays, all right? They attack Christmas markets in Germany, in Italy, in France, in England. They attacked Israel on Yom Kippur for the Yom Kippur War, on Simchat Torah, another Jewish holiday, for the October 7th attack. They attack on all of our holidays, whether it's a Christian holiday if they're attacking in Europe, Jewish holiday if they're attacking in Israel. Yeah, we're gonna bomb the shit out of them at time most convenient for us. Absolutely, we're not gonna let them finish praying to their whatever they're praying to. But more importantly, this is February 26th. This is before the attack started, and she, a member of our Congress, warned Iran that we are gonna attack them during Ramadan. I think this is high treason, quite literally. I really do. So yes, we're not gonna actually get these retard third world migrants that quite literally.
Honestly, she just needs to be arrested, dude. Like, she's a fraudster. She has she's the immigration system. She married her brother just to get him a green card, and just like the whole fucking a lot of the shit she says is just seditious. Like, she should really be removed from office. And I'll take it a step further and say, like, I don't think asylum seekers or naturalized citizens should ever be able to run for office. They're kids, sure. Like, if you're here naturalized and you give us like another generation of Americans, like, your American-born children can run for office, but you coming from an ass-backwards third-world country, having immigrated here, should not be able to run in our political system. You just shouldn't be. You immigrate from a place that's, like, comparable. If you're not a natural-born American citizen, you should just not be able to run for office.
Have the objectives and ideologies that they would put Iran above us, okay? We're not going to let them in on our warplanes. We are infiltrated. I think this needs to be majorly investigated, and Ilhan Omar needs to get deported or jailed, one or the other. So this is a pretty banger line from Pete Hegseth, I do have to say.
Turns out the regime who chanted death to America and death to Israel was gifted death from America and death from Israel.
I don't know, bro.
Except is such a goofball. Like, he's so fucking funny. His whole address to like the generals that he pulled together, like when he summoned everybody to DC, was just like, y'all are gonna start running on the fucking treadmill. It was so fucking funny, bro.
Based Pete Hegseth, based.
This is not a so-called regime change war, but the regime sure did change.
Oh my God! He's just, every one of his lines is just straight fire. We're gonna look at his full address because this dude's been insane.
Psycho, welcome in, welcome in.
Fire lately. Oh my God, he's almost as on fire as Iran's capital right now. It's pretty insane stuff. Yeah, that's right. All right, you chant death to America, you get death from America. That's just how it works. Now, he published this separate little message, Secretary Hegseth's message to the Joint Force, separate message that he published individual little 2-minute video on his own channel.
This is the generational turning.
Oh boy.
This is your moment.
We're all just chilling here. We're watching some nuts, watching breakdown of the Iranian shit.
Wars of hubris my generation, our generation, endured. Don't listen to the noise. Just stay focused. Our commander-in-chief is steady at the wheel. We face a determined enemy, but you are better. But we must prove it every single day. History doesn't care if we're tired, if we're scared, or if the fight feels big. It demands warriors who rise.
That's the thing, though, is those are just words unless action is taken upon them, right? So, like, unless we enforce that, it doesn't mean shit, right? Like, I'm pretty sure we still have laws that say you can't be openly communist, and they're just not enforced. Like, it has to be enforced.
Anyway, peace through strength.
That's where I get my my idea for it too, is like I don't think you can trust, even if they are naturalized, even if they do go through all the checks and balances and pass the tests, it's still very possible for you to just lie about your beliefs, you know. So like they could say they renounce their loyalties all they want, but like if they're part of like some, say, terrorist organization to where like whatever ends justify the means, they'll just say whatever they have to say to get into where they need to get into. So unless like, you know, you act upon like, you know, just basic evidence of your eyes and ears, you know, they say one thing but do the other, like there's really no way to enforce that. So that's why I say that like you can't do it unless you're a fucking natural born citizen. And even still, like, you could be the child of one of these people and then groomed into the same organization, and even though you're a naturalized citizen, it doesn't mean that you're loyal. So like, you know, there's the bottom line is that American loyalty needs to be enforced.
The warrior ethos, lethality, unity of purpose, those are not slogans. They're the beating heart of what it means to wear the uniform, that uniform.
Goddamn. You're goddamn
You think
right.
clearly under fire, you act decisively in chaos, you uphold the Constitution, and you uphold our country without hesitation. We are not defenders anymore. We are warriors, trained to kill the enemy and break their will. History
right.
is watching. Be the force you swore an oath to be, focused, disciplined, lethal, and unquestioned. unbreakable.
God, can you imagine if we had like the old Secretary of Defense retards out there being like, you could be whatever gender you want. Now we have this motherfucker. He rolls in, you gotta be lethal freaking warriors. God, it's just such a different morale in the entire
Military
country.
should be treated, man.
We will finish this on America First conditions of President Trump's choosing. Nobody else's, as it should be.
That's right.
And know this above all, President Trump and I
Saying, like, if they're gonna come here and try to compromise the system, it's gonna take them a minute, and we're gonna have time to figure it out.
Criticism, through fake news, through everything. We unleash you because you are the best, most powerful, most lethal.
If you think
fighting
about
force
it,
the
like
world
having
has ever
it so that like you have to be like a natural born citizen gives you at least like a 30-year buffer to like mitigate any type of potential tampering with the system.
May Almighty God watch over you, and his providential arms of protection extend over you. Godspeed, warriors, and keep going.
Amen, brother. Anyway, so obviously the third world is very unhappy with the fact that we actually seemingly have a badass, all right, in the charge of the Department of War, all right. So Pete Hegseth's title was changed last year from the Secretary of Defense to the Secretary of War. This is what Sneeko says. He converted to Islam and he became completely retarded, because he always has been. Under his right arm is an Antichrist tattoo. Pictured right is his slave master, who commands the U.S. military. I assume this is him meeting with our ally in a war, all right, as one should. Anyway, so this is the tattoo that he is referring to as a tattoo that's talking about the Antichrist? An Antichrist tattoo? Yeah, only he would say that. So for those of you that are unaware of his actual tattoos, this is a guy, he has Deus Vult, God wills it, all right? Yeshua, the Hebrew name for Jesus, a cross, all right? This is crusade tattoos, and this is Arabic for kafar. All right, kafar is someone that denies Allah. All right, someone that denies Islam. And he, Sneeko, is saying that this is an Antichrist tattoo. No. You are the Antichrist, people. It's like, what are we talking about? Are we insane? This is crazy. Anyway, we got lots to talk about. So, a lot of people thought that for sure this would be the end of Donald Trump. It will be end of Donald Trump's entire
Imagine
presidency.
converting to Islam. That has to be like the dumbest fucking
which is
thing.
a lie. He's literally said he was planning on doing this for 20 years. All right, he's been saying this forever. However, it turns out new major poll just found that Republicans surged 8 points in the 2026 congressional ballot. It's now tied 50-50 with the Democrats. We were previously 8 points behind, but now, because, you know, actually people like the idea of flying across the world, killing international dictators, all right, that have been massacring their own people, threatening our people, and killing our people. This is an objectively good thing, and the normal people see that, all right? No normal person is being here like, actually, this violated international law. No one's fucking saying that shit, all right? That's literally only on Twitter, where they get a lot of likes from Islamic bots from Pakistan or England or wherever they come from. So now, crazy update for the war. 2 days ago, the Iran regime had 11 ships in the Gulf of Oman. Today, they have 0. The Iranian regime had harassed and attacked international shipping in the Gulf of Oman for decades. Those days are over. Freedom of maritime navigation has underpinned American and global economic prosperity for more than 80 years. U.S. forces will continue to defend it.
I fucking read this last night. They literally sunk all their ships using submarines. They just yeeted their whole entire navy in one fucking fell swoop.
They had 11 ships, and they currently have 0. As you can see, this was their last boat. They touched our boats, and now all their boats are gone. This is so sad. So sad. Activate the Goy Beam, General. Hit them with the discombobulator. And they got discombobulated. As you can see, unclassified footage. They know they're like, we the Iranian Navy was a deadly threat. to themselves. There currently is no more Iranian Navy. All right. For other updates in just war development,
Bacon is king, man.
confirmed,
I
the
love
parliament
bacon.
in Iran has been destroyed in the recent round of airstrikes. All right, so they lost everything. They're trying to make believe that this is their master plan is actually to die as martyrs. All right, well, we're working together on that master plan, it seems. All right, Iran continues to maliciously launch ballistic missiles indiscriminately, targeting military and civilian locations throughout the region. U.S. forces remain on the hunt to eliminate the threat. As the president said, our resolve has never been stronger. And we are obliterating their ballistic missile systems. We're like, not only is this objectively the best thing we could be doing for America, but it is objectively a force for good for literally everyone. All right, these retards have been the source of instability in the Middle East for 47 years. All right, aside from massacring their own people and the people around them and starting all these freaking wars through Hamas, through Hezbollah, through the Houthis, through all these other bullshits. They destroyed Yemen, they destroyed Iraq, they are subjugating 90 million people in Iran that want to be free of this nightmare, and we are doing objectively, by the grace of God, a fantastically morally good thing by killing terrorist dictator pedophiles. I'm sorry, this is unbelievable. But what about Cenk? But Cenk is a fat Turkish man who's in our country that's really mad about this for some reason. Well, then Cenk can continue to have bad days, because by the grace of God, we're gonna continue fucking killing terrorists. That's right. Read your Bible. This is not only moral, but the idea of kicking the ass of these retards is biblical. Yeah, I see some real special gay people talking about how, but it says thou shalt not murder in the Bible. No. You misunderstand. Murder is unlawful killing. The Bible explicitly talks multiple times about how you go to war and you annihilate your enemy. All right? We're not handling the same issue here, it seems. Read Samuel, all right? Read Kings, all right? All right, when God sends us to war, God demands victory and complete victory. And let's not forget, we would not be here if these retards literally didn't decide to build a nuclear weapon to try and kill us. Like, I'm not exaggerating, and we're gonna see what the president and Marco Rubio has to say about this. Now, for other war updates, apparently Israel has been planning this operation to kill Ayatollah Khomeini since 2001. Oh my God. Israel hacked in Tehran's traffic cameras. Tehran is the capital of Iran. Used AI to download the Iranian supreme leader's life pattern before assassinating him in his compound with a barrage of 30 missiles. CIA also provided a human source to verify the
Like, you could have just skipped it and just shot him with 30 missiles.
I am so happy these are our allies. All right, listen, man. This is honestly incredible stuff. It's insane. Now, apparently Israel is carrying out a ground operation in Iran involving Mossad and special forces, which also is incredible for us. As I said the entire time, I do not want our American troops on the ground in Iran. I would like us to provide our aerial and maritime support, you know, blow the fuck out of these retards from the air, from the sky, from the sea. I don't want her to step foot on the ground. I don't want us to be involved in installing democracy or whatever. Let them handle that shit, all right? But if Israel wants to, then God bless our allies and let's hope they succeed, all right? I just don't want to be stuck in the Middle East in a forever war forever.
No, I don't think anybody should.
The entire time, I stand by
I don't think anybody should really do anything outside of
all.
just killing the terrorists. Like, let the Iranian people install
really
their own
nice.
government.
Now, we need, as an America first position, we need to remove the existential threat. We need to get rid of their ballistic missiles, get rid of their nuclear capabilities, and obliterate the current regime. Now, whatever they do with the pieces as it falls, that's on them, and I wish them the best of luck, and I'm happy that we could assist in liberating these people from this terrorist dictator. I don't want another Iraq, and this isn't another Iraq. And everyone's screaming about Iraq, 10 years of war, blah, blah, blah. They're all retarded. Don't listen to the noise. Cut through that shit. Of course, this is what Iran's been doing to Israel lately. This is just from one volley. They've been doing this like 10 times a day. Each one of these is another area where one of their ballistic missiles are targeted. Thank God, most of them are being intercepted. This barrage, for example, was all intercepted. However, this is what they're doing. This is just targeting civilians willy-nilly everywhere. And they've been doing this everywhere. They haven't just been doing this to Israel. They've been doing this to Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates. They've been doing it to Qatar. They've been blasting everyone all around them, spazzing out. Like, it's almost like they're terrorists or something. Now, this is the NATO secretary, all right? And this was a surprise to me. I did not expect this at all. But the NATO secretary comes out swinging that, yes, actually killing terrorist pedophile dictators that support all forms of terrorism is a good thing.
First of all, say that my thoughts are with the service members, the U.S. service members. members who made the ultimate sacrifice over the last couple of days. And let me also say that the commander-in-chief, the leader of the free world, President Donald J. Trump...
God! Man, could you imagine under Biden if they would have called him the leader of the free world? God, it's so good to be back.
I really commend what is happening here. Taking out Khamenei, taking out the nuclear capability in Iran, but also taking out the ballistic missile program in Iran. This is crucial. And what I see in Europe, I spoke with all the key European leaders over the weekend, is widespread.
Damn, that's
support for what the
crazy
president
seeing a
is doing,
talking head on the
and also
news
making sure
actually say
that
good
when it comes
things
to
about Trump.
logistics, access,
That's like,
defending key US
that's
interests
crazy.
in Europe and in the region, the Europeans are really stepping up.
Yeah, so obviously the Eurocucks didn't want to do anything before this happened. They were scared of blowback, especially England. As I covered in my previous video, England is occupied territory at this point. You know, they don't want to piss off their majority party of Muslims. It seems like the only Islamic country still on the side of Iran is England, ironically. But scarily enough, NATO took our side. Now, the UN, which is also Islamically occupied, was crashing out on us, right? The UN was like, no, it's an illegal war. It's illegal under international law. Well, send in the international law police, okay? Wee woo, wee woo. Where's the international law police coming to arrest us for international law crimes, okay? No one gives a shit. This isn't real, okay? International law is fake and gay. I've said this the entire time. I'll say it again. International law was invented by retards to try to contain and control powerhouses. That's literally what it was designed for. It was designed to give a vote to a tribe in Africa that eats every third baby, okay, to have voting power, to veto us, the United States of America, to operate in our own best interests. International law is not actually real, all right? It's not real. It's never been real. It's this giant facade that they use to control us. It's fake and it's gay. And if they are planning on obliterating us with nukes and attempt to assassinate Trump multiple times, quite literally, fuck him. I'm happy they're all dead. That's right. Oh, but international law, but voting. I don't care. I'm happy they're dead. W. Huge W. Big orange W. But anyway, the Israeli UN ambassador shredded the UN over this.
The UN Secretary General Special Representative for Children and Armed Conflict, Vanessa Frazier.
Nux is great, man.
Vanessa. Man, it's really nice
Don't listen to the
voting,
haters, brother. Nux is great.
The fairer sex to be in charge of international law conflicts.
Condemning
this is amazing. This is crazy.
As attacks on Iranian schools, leaving a large number of casualties.
This is wild.
Mostly children.
This is insane, right? And this is the image that she posted to show that Israel and the United States struck an Iranian school.
That's from her tweet from last night. Horrible picture, indeed. She posted this graphic image.
This is going to blow your minds.
Families in Iran standing among rows of black body bags.
Heartbreaking.
I agree, it's a horrible picture. But this photograph is not from the past few days.
What?
It was actually taken at the end of January. The dead in these bags that you see were civilians killed by the Iranian regime itself.
Absolute mic drop moment. The UN is compromised. Holy shit, dude. They posted this image in body bags to condemn us and Israel. All right? For striking
to be like
a school.
fucking fake,
this
right?
This image was actually taken after the Iranian regime massacred over 30,000 of their own protesters. Okay? And they had nothing to say about that. The Iranian regime systematically massacred between 30 and 100,000 people. Just massacred, butchered them in the streets, stacked them in body bags, all right? And the UN was silent. And now they're using images of Iranian terrorism and war crimes from this Islamic regime and claiming that it was us that did it. Honestly, mic drop, it's over. The UN is occupied. This is absolute, unbelievable levels of bullshit.
Killed by the same regime now firing missiles at our cities.
Right, so if you condemn this picture, all right, but why don't you condemn the actual regime that did exactly
He's
this,
a funny dude.
instead of using this as propaganda against us?
While this image is being circulated by a UN representative, Israeli children were being killed and injured by Iranian missiles. No tweet about them, no condemnation for them.
Say I want to be White Nux, but I'm not nearly mouthy enough to be White Nux.
No urgency for them.
Obviously.
Miss Fraser.
Because they don't care.
If you wish to fulfill your mandate, condemn the Iranian attack that murdered Israeli children.
No, but they actually don't care because they're actually on the side of the Islamic terrorist pedophiles. I'm glad we're all on the same page here. Now, if you want to really be sickened, this is the IRGC, actual Iranian terrorist forces hiding in a Tehran elementary school. All right, this is where the current military is. Literally hiding in schools. Again, it's a war crime, not that anyone's counting, and the UN has nothing to say about this, but they are quite literally using children as human shields. Again, just like Hamas did in Gaza, just like Hezbollah did in Lebanon, and they all do this same shtick, and they will sit behind their human shields in order to use the corpses of Iranian children as their little propaganda puppets to talk about how horrible the United States is for attacking them. And this is where they are, sitting in an actual elementary school to use children as human shields. So, and also, by the way, it's been proven that the United States, quote-unquote, strike on the Iranian school that killed 150 children was an Iranian strike. It's an Iranian missile that misfired and they blew up their own school. All right? I'm not even exaggerating. I covered this in a previous video. So just layers upon layers of irony here. The UN will condemn us for this. The UN will condemn us for this photo, which was actually a photo from when the Iranian regime massacred their own people. All right, and she deleted it. All right, good stuff. She deleted the photo. People are attacking the photo, not the message, bro. These people are actually demons. They're actually evil people using these children, which are murdered because terrorists are fucking bad at their jobs or good at their jobs, depending on how you view the job of a terrorist, and they use it to attack us, all right? The IDF caught 15 Palestinian terrorists at checkpoints, hiding in a car, attempting to enter Jerusalem and murder Jews. You know, they're just catching them, and honestly, we have to be worried about this too, because we had an Iranian attack, Iranian-inspired terrorist attack in the United States too, more than one even. It's honestly
I've honestly
insane.
been watching his Islam videos
right?
too, because like, I think it's funny.
Shirt that said "Property of Allah," killing people in Austin, Texas. We had another stabbing in Washington. It's honestly insane that these people are like this. Now, of course,
there's a video on
well,
Christian denominations and like the
out war is
Crusades
good
too.
for
Equally as funny.
Now, this is a crazy article. Groundbreaking new study finds Islamophobia may be partially caused by Muslims killing people all the time. Now, I personally cannot condemn this. Experts are baffled. Experts are baffled. Muslim scholar says it's okay to rape non-Muslim women to humiliate them. Experts are baffled as to why this rise in Islamophobia is happening in the United States.
Crazy
Perhaps
take.
it's Muslims killing people all the time, but that is still open to speculation. No one knows. Now, to understand the threat that we're actually facing, over 700 Iranian nationals were released into the U.S. during the Biden administration despite terrorism concerns. All right? So understand the level of internal threat we're dealing with. First, Democrats opened the borders on purpose. Then, Democrats let tens of millions of illegal aliens into our country, including at least 700 Iranian nationals, despite terrorism concerns. Now, Democrats refuse to fund the Department of Homeland Security, putting our country at heightened risk in the midst of mounting threats. This is unbelievable. And we have enemies from within, and it's so obvious. All right, now I've been getting tons of death threats over stuff like this. Very entertaining stuff. Nux Taku's mangled corpse flying through the Tel Aviv skyline. I don't know how it would get to Tel Aviv, but apparently that's where we're at right now. All right, nice, sexy 60,000 likes. All right, I can't believe this is how I found out he died.
They're all like peace and love coexist. You know, treat people kindly until they don't agree with you, and then they try to kill you. Hey man, have a good one. See you later.
70,000 likes. You love to see it. Nux Taku, haha, these memes are epic. The Iranian missile heading to his house. Again, this is pretty awesome. Just, I could pull up more tweets like this. Apparently, my coverage of this entire situation warrants my death by terrorists or something. Also, I am not in Tel Aviv. I find this a very fun narrative. I appreciate the narrative, but that's not where I am. I guess if you're Jewish, you must be living in Tel Aviv.
Islam is a good fiction story, to be totally honest. Like, if you were to read it, like, kind of like as you would read, like, Lord of the Rings or Chronicles of Narnia, yeah, I could see that.
Tel Aviv. I guess that's just how it works. But they're just anti-Zionists. They're not anti-Semites. So, yeah, anyway, thanks for the content, retards. Thank you for proving exactly what I've been saying the entire time is correct, that you actually quite literally just hate people for having a difference of opinion.
Judging from the Nuxtaku videos, though, like, Islam is greatly rooted in,
has proven myself correct in
fucking paganism and, like, witchcraft and shit. Like, Islam is a fake fucking religion, and it's founded on, like, lies and tall tales and pagan rituals.
Ways that even I could not have done without your assistance. Thanks for the content. Sorry to disappoint. Anyway, the amount of death threats I've been getting is actually astronomical. These are just some of the viral ones. It's insane. Now, Donald Trump actually addressed all of this to reporters, right? Instead of just like an actual official address, he's finally talking to reporters about it. And honestly, they're all getting obliterated because quite literally, the left is trying to spin this narrative that this war is actually bad. Like,
Muhammad married and fucked a 6-year-old girl, so
and thank everybody.
That does it for me, you know, Chief.
Like, again, it's a completely indefensible stance.
Please feel free to sit. So before we begin this important ceremony, and there's no ceremony that can be much more important than this, let me provide a brief update on Operation Epic Fury.
Oh boy.
Today, the United States...
Bro, you know he's naming all these operations.
I always thought it was funny, too, because, Muhammad was also said to have gone to, like, the Christian, like, leadership structure and declare himself a prophet. And they were like, no, go away. And then he just slinked back to the fucking Tusken Raider camp and started making his own religion because he's a fucking psycho.
Himself. Midnight Hammer, Epic Fury, bro.
Its military continues to carry out large-scale combat operations in Iran to eliminate the grave threats posed to America by this terrible terrorist regime.
Good shit.
Following our obliteration of Iran's nuclear program in Operation Midnight Hammer a short while ago, we warned Iran not to make any attempt to rebuild at a different location because they were unable to use the ones that we so powerfully blew up.
That's right.
But they ignored those warnings and refused to cease their pursuit of nuclear.
I'm so glad that Trump is saying it like it is, man. Our successful
dude, that's like my primary
Hammer
slur for Middle Eastern.
So
it says Tusken Raiders,
building
bro.
nuclear sites. And actually, their massive plan was, according to Israeli intelligence, that they were planning on building the nuclear sites in locations that the B-2 bombers wouldn't be able to reach, like under mountains and shit. Like that. I mean, listen, who knows? But ultimately, the idea is, and this we've confirmed with our own intelligence, is that they were trying to rebuild nukes because their ultimate plan was quite literally death to America. That's what their entire regime was founded on, and that is what they were trying to carry out. So yes, we were nice about it. We blew up their nuclear sites very successfully. We were very nice about it, and then we said, okay, did you learn your lesson? We're gonna bomb the shit out of you if you don't stop. And then they didn't stop. So we bombed the shit out of them. That's how it works. Absolutely. You fuck around, you find out.
Weapons. In addition, the regime's conventional ballistic missile program was growing rapidly and dramatically, and this posed a very clear, colossal threat to America and our forces stationed overseas.
God, I love a president that's actually willing to do this shit instead of waiting until we get hit to drum up morale. Like, you know, if Trump was actually just doing this for the polling numbers, he would have sit back and he would have let Iran hit us with a nice CBM before actually committing. And then everyone would have been like, wow, it's super justified. They attacked us first. You know, I'm so happy, quite literally, that, that we have a president that's willing to bomb the shit out of them before.
I don't know what I would equate a Jawa to, man. You could say that they're like female Tusken Raiders, but I mean, like, Tusken Raiders have like female variants too, and they're like easily discernible. So like, what would you call a Jawa? Because I mean, like, if you think about it in Star Wars lore, Jawas are like they're like rat people. They're like the kobold of the Star Wars universe, right? So
Or we take hits from them.
Think on
The
that one
regime
for a little
already
bit.
had missiles capable of hitting Europe and our bases both local and overseas, and would soon have had missiles capable of reaching our beautiful America. The purpose of this fast-growing missile program was to shield their nuclear weapon development and make it extraordinarily difficult for anyone to stop them from making these highly forbidden, by us, nuclear weapons. We were the ones that were.
Oh, but who gives you the rights to tell them what they are and not allowed to do? Our overwhelming lethal military gives us the rights to tell a regime that chants death to America what they have the right to do.
Complaining. We were the ones that wanted it stopped, but everybody was behind us. They just didn't have the courage to say so.
True. Now all the European countries are like, actually, this is a very good thing, actually. But yeah, no, obviously don't want to say that first.
An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be an intolerable.
I know all that. We're just trying to figure out how to equate them to like some sort of like real world tribe, you know? Like we were equating Tusken Raiders to Muslims and Islamists. Like what would you equate a Jawa to in that sense?
Threat to the Middle East, but also to the American people. Our country itself would be under threat. And it was very nearly under threat.
It's kind of crazy. I still see people saying, like, but Trump's messaging isn't good. We don't understand exactly why we went to war. Because they wanted to kill us. Because they're developing weapons that would be capable of killing us. So we stopped them before they did that. Again, I don't even understand why this is controversial. And this isn't even up for debate. This is like an objectively proved fact by like every single country. Everyone agrees. This isn't like some random Israeli guy told this to us and now we're believing them and going to war. Like every single independent intelligence agency from the CIA to the MI6 confirmed that this was happening and that they were on the brink of doing this. Like I don't understand why people are being so retarded about it.
I was very proud to have knocked out the Iran nuclear deal by President Barack Hussein Obama. That was a horrible, dangerous document.
Yeah, Obama was like, we'll just fund you forever. Just make a pinky promise. And Iran was like, sure thing. And then they got billions of dollars. They made a pinky promise and they broke it. They broke it. They were enriching uranium. Like, objectively, this is a fact.
They would have had nuclear weapons 3 years ago and they would have used them. But I'll not let that happen.
There's an obvious answer. I'm just not going to say it because I don't want to get in trouble.
Has been attacking the United States and killing Americans. Every time you see someone with missing arms and legs or a face that's
I guess you could say that. They're just another variation of Muslim.
It was almost certainly caused by an Iran roadside bomb. They were put there by General Soleimani, who was the father of the roadside bomb. Very proudly, he thought.
Yeah, I see a lot of people saying, but the roadside bombs were in Iraq, not in Iran. They were literally made by Iran. That's also confirmed. Like, there's so much counter-propaganda I've been seeing lately, it's insane. But eyes on the mission, guys. Don't let these retards compel you with fake evidence and fake news. Right? Actually, do the research yourself. Right? This is quite literally a murderous regime that was willing to die in order to kill us. And
we don't ask that question.
We let them die.
But I terminated him and
what the Targaryens were made to represent.
This was our last best chance to strike what we're doing right now and eliminate the intolerable threats posed by this sick and sinister regime. And they are indeed sick and sinister. Our objectives are clear. First, we're destroying Iran's missile capabilities, and you see that happening on an hourly basis, and their capacity to produce brand new ones, and pretty good ones they make. Second, we're annihilating their Navy. We've knocked out already 10 ships. They're at the bottom of the sea. Third, we're ensuring that the world's #1 sponsor of terror can never obtain a nuclear weapon. Never going to have a nuclear weapon. I said that from the beginning. They're never going to have a nuclear weapon. They were on the road to getting one legitimately through a deal that was signed foolishly by our country. And finally, we're ensuring that the Iranian regime
literally, when they are doing the exact thing that will create real mass anti-Semitism by labeling the unpopular collapsing New World Order government and saying it's run by Jews, and they're the ones doing it. Labeling Jew, 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 Jew on every topic. Hey, we shouldn't have human smuggling. That's anti-Semitic. Hey, we shouldn't have fentanyl coming to us. That's anti-Semitic. Hey, I think there's some election fraud. Anti-Semitic. Hey, I'm against this war. Anti-Semitic. Hey, I'm against it. I mean, folks.
Can't get away from it.
Regime cannot continue to arm, fund, and direct terrorist armies outside of their borders. And we thought we had a deal, but then they backed out.
Yep.
And they came back.
The rest
and we
is
thought we had
history.
a deal, and they backed out. I said, you can't deal
It's
with
almost like they didn't want a deal. It's almost like they were a regime predicated on terrorism and destroying and annihilating America and killing as many of us as they possibly could. And therefore, every time they're saying, we're going to make a deal, we're going to make a deal, their plan ultimately, and this is a fact, okay, was to string us along until we'd get a weak-ass bitch president, like a Kamala Harris or an AOC or a Gavin Newsom or like an absolute weak bitch, and then they would kill us. Like that.
Y'all don't understand how fucking hard we lucked out being able to reelect Trump. If Kamala Harris won the presidency, like we would probably be way worse off by now.
This was the plan. This was the plan. All right. Obama comes in, makes a pinky promise with them, gives them $1.7 billion. Trump comes in, dismantles it. Biden comes in, all right, makes a pinky promise with them, gives them $6 billion. All right, and then they were literally pretty close to making a nuke. They were enriching uranium at 60%, and then Trump comes in and puts a stop to it. Like, they were waiting, they were hoping that by titillating us with making a deal, oh, we'll just make a deal, we'll make a deal, it'll be bad, it'll be great, it'll be wonderful, the deal, obviously, you're crazy. And they would have pushed us until we'd eventually have a retard president that's not willing to do the thing, and then maybe our president at that point would respond after we were struck. Maybe. I just say maybe, because who knows if at that point they would just be in the pocket of these retards.
These people. You got to do it the right way.
That's right.
Today we grieve for the four.
Like, dude, when 9/11 happened, we said never again, all right? We didn't say, next time a 9/11 happens, we're going to hit back really hard. No. We said never again. We're not getting, ever, hopefully, with God's help, we never want to get to the position where a 9/11 happens in order to react. We want to stop these retards first. All right, and Iran, thank God, is retarded. I mean, like, honestly, they to publicly broadcast their plan.
They straight up cheesed her vote too, man. Like, she didn't do as well as she even did in the election. Like, nobody in their right mind voted for fucking Kamala Harris. I think even a lot of the people that were like performative, like announcing that they voted for Harris, didn't vote for Harris. Like, just I don't believe that many people would have been so stupid.
Of annihilating us every single day, thinking that us weak people in the Western world would not be able to do anything. And quite literally, if not for Trump, we might have been those weak people in the Western world not able to do anything. Look at England, all right? They thought that we were just going to become another England. Another part of the...
Everything they did was just so fucking cheesy, too, during the fucking, like, I think it was back when they were running with Biden to, like, fucking, they did a conference, like a little fucking event thing, and they delivered speeches to, like, a crowd of, like, Jeeps that were, like, empty. It was just a bunch of Jeeps. It was the weirdest fucking propaganda piece I've ever seen.
The Caliphate. The United Caliphate.
Heroic American service members who have been killed in action.
Yeah, legends.
And
heroes.
send our love and support to their families. In their memory, we continue this mission with ferocious, unyielding resolve to crush the threat this terrorist regime poses to the American people, and a threat indeed it is. True. We have the strongest and most powerful by far.
I don't think Biden won fair or square either. I think his vote was heavily fucked with as well, but just that's a whole nother can of worms.
Substantially ahead of our time projections, but whatever the time is, it's okay, whatever it takes.
We're ahead of the timeline. We thought we'd only kill 47 of their leaders. We actually ended up killing 80 of their leaders. Very awkward indeed.
We will always
Look, man, this is what I told you from the get-go, all right? This is an in-and-out war. We go in, we eliminate their leadership, we take out their weapons capabilities, we eviscerate their infrastructure, and hopefully the Iranian people are able to rise up.
That's all it ever
make
needs to
something out of
be.
the ashes.
It's just
because,
go
this
in
regime
and fucking
needs to
take
go.
them out.
This is honestly incredible stuff.
And we have, right from the beginning, we projected 4 to 5 weeks, but we have capability to go far longer than that. We'll do it. Whatever somebody said today, they said, oh, well, if the president wants to do it really quickly. After that, he'll get bored. I don't get bored. There's nothing boring about
The thing too is like what Biden has ran for president multiple times and got nowhere multiple times. Same with Harris too. Like Harris didn't like even win like her primaries, bro. That's why they just installed her like in the fucking running seat. It like everything about that shit was unfair and fake and fucking gay. Like none of those people fucking should have been anywhere near public office.
About this. Do you agree with that, Pete? I don't think there's anything, Mr.
There's nothing boring about killing terrorist goat fuckers. You fuck a goat, you die. I don't make the rules. Oh, wait,
General,
I do.
I think there's
Oh
nothing
my
boring
God.
about it. Somebody actually said from the media, I think you'll get bored after about a week or two. No, we don't get bored. I never get bored. If I got bored, I wouldn't be standing here right now. I guarantee you that, to go through what I had to go through.
He's right.
We also projected 4 weeks to terminate the military leadership, and as you know, that was done in about an hour. So we're
Oh my God. We're ahead of schedule.
such
We
a
thought it would take
fucking
us 4
asshole,
weeks
bro.
to kill the leaders. It took us 5 minutes.
ahead of schedule there by a lot.
Based.
But please join me in thanking every American service member.
And they died like rats. Rats in a trap. Meanwhile, Trump is going out. He's meeting media. He's meeting people. He's doing things in public. Awarding people Medal of Honors. Even Netanyahu, who's like in the backyard of Iran, he's going out there. He's seeing the people in public. He's in public all the time. All right, and these retards cowering like sniveling rats in a trap, obliterated within the first 5 minutes of a war. Bro dedicated his life to war with the United States, and he died in the first minute of the war. Zero aura.
Who bravely is standing in harm's way. They really are incredible. And I
Did just straight up run in and mow him down. Like, dude got focused and clapped.
just want to thank you. We have a lot of them right here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Legends. Thank God.
Thank you, everybody. We have a lot of great service members here with us, too, in this beautiful building. Isn't it beautiful? We're adding on to the building a little bit.
God, I love this guy. Anyway, so Rubio also cooked, apparently. Apparently, Rubio also went nuclear on these reporters. Because, quite literally, it's an untenable position to think that the reporters are trying to hit us with their ethical, moral standards. Again, remember where this is coming from. This is coming from the Democratic Party that let in 30 million illegal aliens into our country. We have no idea who's here. They're raping and killing us. They're arguing against our ability to deport rapists and murderers from our streets. Okay? All right, that's who we're dealing with. People that are so immoral, they're murdering babies and castrating children on an industrial scale throughout the country. And these people are morally grandstanding, telling us why we're not allowed to eliminate people that are directly trying to kill us. All right, understand where it's coming from, first and foremost.
So look, the United States conducted this operation with a very clear goal.
All right, let's go. What's the goal? Let's go. Lay it out for us, Rubio.
I haven't got a chance to see a lot of reporting.
Oh, wait, apparently Trump laid out the terms exactly. Hold up. All right, here we go. We got the objectives. I can't believe he laid it out.
Objectives are clear. First, we're destroying Iran's missile capabilities, and you see that happening on an hourly basis.
Good.
Their capacity to
Based.
produce brand new ones, and pretty good ones they make. Second, we're annihilating their navy. We've knocked out already 10 ships. They're at the bottom of the sea.
All of them.
Third,
We knocked out
we're
11 now,
ensuring that the world's number
We got
one
all 11.
sponsor of terror can never obtain a nuclear weapon. Never going to have a
Based.
nuclear weapon. I said
right.
that from the beginning.
That's
They're
three.
never going to have a nuclear weapon. They were on the road to getting one legitimately through a deal that was signed foolishly by our country. And finally, we're ensuring that the Iranian regime cannot continue to arm, fund, and direct terrorist armies outside of their borders.
Based. That's the objective. Look, regime change would be lovely, all right, if the people wanted to rise up. I urge anyone to do so. Please, please, please get your freedom back. All right, get your country back. Our objectives are simple. They can't have ballistic missiles. They can't have nuclear weapons. They can't have a navy that's disrupting our trade. And they can't be funding and arming terrorist proxies around the world.
We had a deal, but then they backed out. And they came back, and we thought we had a deal, and they backed out.
Yeah, they do that. So yeah, that's the objectives. Destroy the missiles, annihilate the Navy, it already happened, ensure that they don't get a nuke, and ensure that they can't arm terrorist armies outside of their own country. Based. Heck yeah. Now, surprisingly, before we get to Rubio, the number one person that seems to be pushing against this this war on our side, and by our side, I mean like the American right, because obviously the left, they have Trump derangement syndrome, they're retarded, is Tucker Carlson. For some reason, Tucker Carlson is purely, like, again, I've been calling this guy out a lot lately because he is pushing Islamist propaganda constantly in the United States, for those of you not paying attention. But recently, he came out with a massive claim on his show just yesterday, how Israel was setting up false flags. I'll just let you hear him say it.
Last night, in Qatar and Saudi Arabia, authorities arrested Mossad agents planning on committing bombings in those countries. Now, that's weird. That doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Why would the Israelis be committing bombings in two Gulf countries, which are also being attacked by Iran? Aren't they on the same side?
They are, yeah.
No. Israel wants to hurt Iran and Qatar and UAE, and Saudi, and Bahrain, and Oman, and Kuwait.
What is going on here? Now, for the record, Iran bombed Oman and Kuwait and Bahrain and Saudi and UAE, etc. Iran has bombed them.
So what do you guys think of the idea of Tucker Carlson being compromised? I'm honestly curious. I hear a lot of people kind of like propose that. I don't know. I don't necessarily distrust Tucker, but I don't fully trust really anybody. So bear in mind too that not only has Tucker kind of purchased property in Qatar, and he spends like a good little bit of time in Qatar. He is also CIA blood. His dad was a CIA agent. Tucker is very much probably part of Operation Mockingbird. He was like a straight up neocon too, like for the longest fucking time. Like he literally is like an Operation Mockingbird fucking CIA nepo baby industry plant. He do be speaking some truth sometimes.
Since this war started. Now, he's claiming that Qatar arrested secret Mossad agents planting explosives in Qatar. All right, this is what Tucker Carlson said on his show yesterday. All right, I'm not even exaggerating. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard. He provided zero evidence for this, but he said that this was happening.
What I get for trying to change my battery.
And UAE, etc. Iran has bombed them since this war started. Now, he's claiming that Qatar arrested secret Mossad agents planting explosives in Qatar. All right, this is what Tucker Carlson said on his show yesterday. All right, I'm not even exaggerating. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard. He provided zero evidence for this, but he said that this was happening. Excuse me? What? Our ally is bombing our other allies? That's crazy.
Well, son, how you doing, man?
The Qatar's foreign ministry denies Tucker Carlson's claims. There is no evidence of Mossad cells operating in the country. Of course, Grok, is that true? And yes, it is true. Qatar's foreign ministry spokesperson, Majed Al-Ansari, stated today there is no information on Mossad cells operating in the country, responding to Tucker Carlson's claim. Carlson alleged on Monday, based on unconfirmed reports, no sources cited, even Grok says he had no evidence, that Qatar and Saudi arrested Mossad agents planning bombings to sow chaos in Gulf states. states amid the Iran conflict. No independent verification of arrests found. This is according to Al Jazeera. All right, Islamist propaganda outlet extraordinaire is saying that Tucker Carlson is lying. I am shocked and appalled by this one. I'm not gonna lie, because it's insane. Now, the craziest thing is Tucker Carlson seemingly would have been for this war just like 2 months ago.
Yeah, powder's in the lineup.
If there's evidence that Iran paid hitmen to kill Donald Trump and is currently doing that, where's that? Like, what are you even talking? I've never heard that before.
You've never heard that before? DOJ announces charges in Iranian plot to kill Donald Trump. This is from CNN. You never heard that before, really?
Okay, where's the evidence? Who are these people?
Where's the evidence? There were trials. There were juries.
Been arrested.
Excuse
Why are we not
me?
at war with Iran?
There are people arrested for it.
Why are we not at war with Iran? Why are we not at war with Iran?
That's a great question.
Yeah, anyway, it's shocking that this is happening. Absolutely, positively shocking that this is happening. So he's saying that there is evidence that they tried to assassinate Trump, why aren't we at war? Well, there is evidence that they tried to assassinate Trump. All right, and now he's saying that actually this is war is an excuse for Israel to bomb all the Arab countries. Iran bombed all the Arab countries, okay? And now he's saying that Israel has sent Mossad agents that were arrested by Qatar. Qatar denied the claims, and Qatar is no fan of Israel, okay? Qatar housed Hamas officials. Qatar is no fan of Israel, but even Qatar is saying that Tucker Carlson is lying. This is terrifying, quite literally terrifying. I don't trust this dude at all. Holy crap. So yeah, keep your eye on the real PSYOP is what I'm trying to say. There are a lot of people that are manipulated by a lot of foreign forces that are trying to convince you of things that quite literally aren't true. Pay attention, keep your eyes open. I'm not saying I'm always going to be accurate, but I'm always going to try. I'm not paid by anyone, not funded by anyone. I'm just a blue retard on the internet doing my thing, calling out retards and making fun of dipshits. I also support the death of terrorists and pedophiles in general. In fact, I'll go one step further. Every single
The Sky was nuts. I watched it a little earlier, like right at the beginning of my stream. It was really freaking great.
Value that I actually profess on this channel can be traced back to the Bible. Go to a war to annihilate your enemy, that's biblical. Kill them before they kill you, biblical. Do not let foreigners into your country to the point that they just start to control you, biblical. Stated in Deuteronomy. I don't know who some of these other guys are worshiping, but it's obviously not the same guy. Anyway, Marco Rubio, as promised. Let's hear what he had to say before we get to Hegseth shredding reporters.
So look, the United States conducted this operation with a very clear goal in mind. I haven't got a chance to see a lot of reporting. I don't understand what the confusion is.
He's so right. He's so right. I open every single piece of media, because I do a ton of research for these videos. You know, I end up reading a metric fuck ton of shit before I actually put a video together here. I'm doing my absolute best. And what's absolutely shocking to me is how the media is straight up working for Islamic terrorists. I don't even know what to say. They're out there, they're pushing shit, war bad, war illegal, war is terrible, Khomeini did nothing wrong, you know. Like, the New York Times wrote a whole obituary, I covered this in my previous video, how Khomeini was a sweet-looking old man with a bushy beard. Unironically, that's what they said about him. He was strong, and he managed to shape the region. Dog, they wouldn't give Trump an obituary that nice after he dies. You know, God help him. May he live to be very old.
Sorry, muted. This touch sensor is really fucking bad on this mic. But yeah, I don't think the community getting like oversaturated would necessarily be a bad thing for right now. I mean, like a couple of us were talking about how hard it is to kind of keep up with all the new content creators and new you know, songwriters and AI sloptometrists, you know, springing up in our midst. But that's not a bad thing, man. Like it's the reaction ecosystem that we have going on right now is really just a way to like boost people up to like a certain level, and then like once they get big enough, they kind of like amplify the sphere. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of our boys have sprung up really quickly because, like, you know, they're getting involved with people like Ember Paradox and Lusty Links, and they're getting kind of like individually noticed too by bigger content creators like Leaflet, and you know, Skybrowse himself like posts people up. So you know, like the growth and the saturation is inevitable.
Gold. And Khomeini not only legalized child marriage at the age of 9, but said that you have to rape female prisoners before executing them so they don't go to heaven as a virgin. I'm not even kidding. Like, we're dealing with a whole ass other level of evil here. And we have the entire
cream
Democrat
farm
media
rises.
literally glazing the guy. Making believe this is a complicated war. We don't understand why we're doing this. We understand. Well, of course we understand. They've been trying to kill us for 47 years, and they're actually really close to actually posing a threat. So we're neutralizing the threat before they kill us. This is the most obvious thing in the universe. But the media is making believe it's so confusing, and we don't understand why this is happening. Like, this narrative is insane, and I'm happy Rubio's
Saying like everybody is using each other to sharpen each other's
Once
skills.
again, as clearly as possible,
It's a
perhaps
great
you'll report it that
ecosystem.
way. The United States is conducting an operation to eliminate the threat of Iran's short-range ballistic missiles and the threat posed by their Navy, particularly to naval assets.
What I'm saying is, like, I think some of us should, like, split up in the teams and work on a collective big project and, like, see, like, just how far we can push this shit.
That is what it is focused on doing right now, and it's doing quite successfully. I'll leave it to the Pentagon and the Department of War to discuss the tactics behind that and the progress that's being made. That is the clear objective.
The Skybrowse thing is almost kind of becoming its own, like, corpo. Not really, but, like, it's on its way to it. Like, I could see us all just, like, becoming, like, just a big fucking promotion network.
Of this mission. The second question that's been asked is, why now? Well, there's two reasons why now. The first is it was abundantly clear that if Iran came under attack by anyone, the United States or Israel or anyone, they were going to respond against the United States. The orders...
I mean...
Yeah, for sure.
That was proven correct. We literally are watching in real time Iran lash out. They struck Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Riyadh.
Dude,
All
between
right,
trying to
they're
catch
hitting
everybody's
every country around
streams and,
Kuwait,
you know, stream myself, do my own projects, and, you know, just the whole thing is, like, hard to keep up with, for sure. There's a lot going on in the space right now.
Rain. So yeah, obviously, if Iran would ever get under a little pressure, of course they would bomb our bases. They quite literally chant death to America in the streets. They call America the Great Satan.
I hit the restroom
okay?
real quick,
like,
guys. I'll be right back.
He is correct here.
Had been delegated down to the field commanders. It was automatic, and in fact it bared to be true, because in fact within an hour of the initial attack on the leadership compound, the missile forces in the south and in the north, for that matter, had already been activated to launch. In fact, those had already been pre-positioned. The third is...
It's honestly true. For all we know, they would have struck within hours. For all we know. I'm so happy this was a preemptive strike. Like, watching the media tear itself to shreds, essentially wishing that we would have taken casualties before we went to war, has got to be the dumbest position I've ever seen in my entire life. This is a regime, we know they're trying to kill us. We know they want to kill us. We know they're developing weapons that they want to use to kill us. Why should we wait until they kill us to respond? Like, I don't understand this concept at all. Again, biblical. Before they kill you, you kill them. Yes, correct.
The assessment that was made that if we stood and waited for that attack to come first before we hit them, we would suffer much higher casualties.
True, obviously.
And so the president made...
And also, we probably wouldn't have been able to take out the entire leadership in one shot. All right, there was an element of surprise to this as well. All right? Like, the surprise was we took out their entire leadership in one shot. Now all their entire military is scatterbrained. Every commander basically doesn't have a higher up to take orders from, so everyone's operating themselves. They're firing missiles aimlessly. We managed to shred them completely. Everyone was saying like, even Tucker Carlson has been saying, we're going to lose thousands of men after 10 years of conflict. You know, thank God that didn't happen, and I pray to God it doesn't happen, but it really doesn't look like that's going to happen.
The very wise decision. We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces. And we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties and perhaps even higher those killed. And then we would all be here.
Correct. Look, and I see a lot of people are trying to take this clip out of context to make it sound like Israel forced our hand and stuff. I saw people misinterpreting that as well. There is no way to interpret that. Israel is existentially threatened by Iran. Iran attacked Israel multiple times. Next time Israel attacks Iran, inevitably they will, because death to Israel, death to America is literally the chanting of Iran. Israel is the little Satan, America is the great Satan, according to these guys. All right? It would have inevitably happened that Israel would strike Iran at some point. Inevitably. That's gonna happen. Why? Because Iran was planning on striking Israel. Iran already struck Israel. Iran's proxy struck Israel. So Israel's gonna strike Iran, and Iran is gonna fire their ballistic missiles at us. So yes, it's inevitable that we needed to obliterate them before they took casualties, like on our side, obviously. Again, this doesn't mean...
Fashizi in the chat? What's up, man? Yeah, your Quango Queen video is nuts,
like,
dude. We watched it earlier.
It's so obvious. We're literally killing them before they kill us. Duh.
You're answering questions about why we knew that and didn't act. Going back to the purpose. The purpose of this is to destroy that missile capability. Why does Iran want that ballistic missile capability? What they are trying to do, and have been trying to do for a very long time, is build a conventional weapons capability as a shield where they can hide behind. Meaning, there would come a point where they have so many conventional missiles, so many drones, and it can inflict so much damage that no one can do anything about their nuclear program. That is what they were trying to do, is put themselves in a place of immunity where the damage they could inflict on the region would be so high that no one can do anything about their nuclear program or their nuclear ambitions. They are producing, by some estimates, over 100 of these missiles a month.
Damn.
Compare that to the 6 or 7 interceptors that can be built a month.
Holy shit. Yeah, intercepting a lot of people probably aren't aware of this, but intercepting a missile is infinitely harder than actually launching a missile, right?
This might pay for Grok Premium or something like that.
Rocket, right? But intercepting it takes so much more technology. So yeah, if they're building 100 missiles a month and we're able to build 6
I
or
use
7 interceptors
Premium.
a month,
It's worth it to me. I generate
and
so much shit, and it's arguably like the cheapest platform.
A battle where we take mass casualties. Why not just eliminate the threat first? It's so obvious. It's so obvious. That's why I'm so frustrated, I think, by the media and by the leftoids, by people like Cenk Uygur actually getting people like, holy shit, Cenk is so right about this. No, Cenk's not right about this. Cenk is a inbred, 80 IQ, terrorist glazing retard. All right, he's not right about this. All right, it's unbelievable watching people trying to figure out what this is all about. Like, dude, this is an existential threat that we're removing before it actually threatens us. 'Cause duh.
They can build 100 of these a month, not to mention the thousands of one-way attack drones that they also have. They've been doing this for a very long time, and by the way, they've been doing it under sanction. You see the attacks they're conducting.
And they've been lying. Oh, just make a deal with them. Let's just do diplomacy. That's what Keir Starmer says. That's what Sanchez, the communist leader of Spain, has to say. Let's just do it.
Actually, even if you're still learning, look.
Pedophile terrorists.
Even if you're still learning how to prompt, it is almost a boon to have like the $30 tier. That's what I pay for, the $30 tier of Grok, because like you pretty much just have like never-ending use of like the full capabilities of Grok. So that's what I do, and like I generate a lot of shit. There's a lot of stuff that I do that like I don't even share because it's really just me experimenting with like how to do stuff. So like in my opinion, it's the cheapest and most worth it fucking platform to use if you're gonna be like an AI sloptometrist. So when Seedance 2.0 comes out, I'm gonna figure out how to get my hands on it, and I'm gonna use the fuck out of it.
Retard dictators that have already proven themselves as liars. Why do we like, dude? This is again. I always come back to that one quote from the Freerun anime. Like, dude, aged like fine wine.
Demons use words to trick humans.
That's it. That's as simple as it is. That's what words are to these guys. They're just tricks. They're just their little bag of tricks.
Right now, they're attacking airports. They're attacking hotels.
Yes.
They're hitting.
Where's the media? Where's the humanitarian retards? Where's everyone screaming that Iran is doing war crimes right now? Oh, America violated international law. These guys are violating international law daily.
Not just military bases, they're attacking our embassies directly. They're attacking facilities that have nothing to do with war or with military. And that's a weakened Iran. That's in Iran despite years of sanction.
Yeah.
Imagine a year from now or a year and a half
Same.
from now.
For every scene that I have like put out or used, there's probably like a good like 25 to 50 alternate versions of it. Because like I try to get as close to perfection as I can before I implement it. Sometimes just like with AI, perfection just isn't possible.
Damage on us. It's an unacceptable risk, especially.
That's really what I do. I use like a lot more reference images than I do like kind of generate my own things. You can tell like which things are like root generated and which things are based off of like a root image.
in the hands of a regime that's run by radical clerics.
Yeah.
The Ayatollah is a radical...
Like, dude, people think that we could negotiate with these people because at least we share similar values, at least. We don't. It's inbuilt in their radical Islamic fundamentalist religion that, A, you kill everyone that's not a...
That's what I like about the implication of C-Dance 2.0 is like you could take like root images and then you can take like an animated sequence and then you can just have it flawlessly apply your root images to the animated sequence and just you'd be good to go. Like C-Dance seems like really capable.
Muslim, all right? You know, if they're a non-believer, you smite them at the neck. That's literally what it says in the Quran. That's one. Two, they can use taqiyya, which is a lie, all right? Their religion tells them...
Yeah, I don't have the luxury of being able to afford like multiple platforms or like, you know, just keep re-upping credits and shit. Like that's what I like a lot about Grok is like it doesn't really run off like the token or like credit system. Like you pay for it and you get to use it, and that's kind of like what I like at a platform.
To lie to non-Muslims in order to further their aims and goals. Like, you cannot reason with people that think that, oh yeah, we should be raping women before...
Like, my first two projects were based around, like, copyrighted music work, so, like, I focused entirely on the visuals and the editing to make an original song, and I don't even really think I want to. Like, I think I'm gonna have, like, Silas help me with a song, and then, like, I'm gonna build, like, my next animation around that.
Executing them so they don't go to heaven as virgins. Dog, we're not in the same playing field, dude.
Was a
just negotiate, you retards. You are retards. You are letting these people into your countries, and you are thinking that, oh, they're just like us. We each have the same ideologies. They're gonna just assimilate in five minutes.
Cleric. That entire regime is led by radical clerics who don't make geopolitical decisions. They make decisions on the basis of theology, their view of theology, which is an apocalyptic one. That has to be taken very seriously.
Quite literally. They're willing to die if it includes killing us. Like, with North Korea, at least we have this idea of mutually assured destruction. If North Korea nukes us, we'll nuke them back, and they'll all be fucking dead. They obviously don't want that, therefore they're not going to nuke us. Iran doesn't share that ideology. Mutually assured destruction doesn't apply to people that think that they're in a death cult where they're more than happy to die to further their aims of killing us. Like, you even see now, retards like Sneeko being like, he was martyred, he's going to heaven. Dog, he was a rapist, pedophile, mass murdering terrorist, okay? Like, we cannot operate.
Yep, you gotta totally fucking annihilate shit like that.
About this.
Well, so that was the purpose for what this
operation just comes
is
back.
all about. That's what it's focused on. As the president said earlier today, it is on or ahead of schedule. I will defer to the Department of War to discuss the progress being made at a tactical level, but it was the right
I'll have a look in the Niji 7. Leaflet speaks highly of Niji, I think.
It's wild watching the media misconstrue such an obvious and true statement. Oh, but they don't want to be racist. No. Obviously, the radical Islamic regime is just like us. We're literally exactly the same.
Does Congress have to weigh in? Does Congress have to weigh in? Is the president declaring war? And does Congress have to weigh in? And was there an imminent threat? Did you tell lawmakers that...
Bro, shut up.
There absolutely was an imminent threat, and the imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us. And we were not going to sit there and absorb a blow before we responded, because the Department of War assessed that if we did that, if we waited for them to hit us first after they were attacked, and by someone else, Israel attacked them, they hit us first, and we waited for them to hit us, we would suffer more casualties and more deaths.
That's right.
We went proactively in a defensive way to prevent them from inflicting higher damage. Had we not done so, there would have been hearings on Capitol Hill about how we knew that this was going to happen, and we didn't act preemptively to prevent more casualties and more loss of life.
The media is literally saying, well, we should wait until a 9/11 before we respond. Like, you have to
I'll definitely have to look into it, because if I had to like get more complicated with my prompts, it would definitely be a good like skill sharpener. You know, like I've been trying to get like
stop 9/11 first.
Really technical with my prompts lately, so like if something requires like a higher prompt process, I would want to try that out.
Number one is, no matter what, ultimately this operation needed to happen.
Again, I've said that too. It's inevitable. We might as well do it when we're the strongest and they're the weakest.
It's a question of why now, but this operation needed to happen because Iran in about a year or a year and a half would cross the line of immunity, meaning they would have so many short-range missiles, so many drones, that no one could do anything about it because they could hold the whole world hostage. Look at the damage they're doing now. And this is a week in Iran.
Yeah.
Imagine a year from now. So that had to happen. Obviously, we were aware of Israeli intentions and understood what that would mean for us, and we had to be prepared to act as a result of it. But this had to happen no matter what.
Remember, Iran declared, first of all, Iran declared war on us. All right, a lot of people don't like to acknowledge this. Iran openly declared war on us, threatened our president, attempted to assassinate him multiple times. All right, openly declared war on Israel. Like, dude, this was gonna happen. Let's do it at a time where we don't take as many casualties as we possibly can.
It's justified action, but we have the means to, like, just kind of get it done, you know, so as long as there's no boots on the ground and it's not a prolonged fucking thing.
The United States have a firm plan for how they intend to handle this power vacuum in Iran to ensure that an Iranian warliner does not take power.
So two things can be true. Number one is our mission and our focus is the destruction of their ballistic missile capabilities and their ability to manufacture them.
America
as well
first,
as the threat
baby.
posed by their Navy to global shipping. That's the objective. That said, we would not mind, we would not be heartbroken, and we hope that the Iranian people can overthrow this government and establish a new future for that country. We would love for that to be possible. But the objective of this mission is the destruction of their ballistic missile capabilities and of their naval capabilities.
So are you saying, based on that, are you saying that there is no responsibility, no plan for the U.S. to at least play a role in whatever government comes next?
I mean, we might. We'll see how circumstances play out. But
Okay.
I'm telling you what the objectives of this operation.
This is crazy, dude.
I've been having to do that
these
kind of
questions
stuff
are
with
insane.
Grok too, like, to be totally honest, because like I can't retain details unless I list off the details.
And make sure that they
so,
can't hide behind that to
like,
have a nuclear
I'm kind of getting
program.
used to that.
That's the objective of the mission. That said, abundantly clear, we would love for there to be an Iran that's not governed by radical Shia clerics. As I've said myself repeatedly for years, the leadership of that country does not reflect the people of Iran, and I think that's been pretty apparent in the protests that you've seen. If there's something we can do to help them down the road, we'd obviously be open to it, but that's not the objective. The objective of this mission is the destruction of their ballistic missile capabilities.
Has not gone well for the
Makes
United
sense.
States.
The what now?
Regime change has not gone well for the United States for many, many
Oh my god, dude. They literally recycle, like, the gayest talking points of all time.
decades. How do you assure the American public that things will not...
Dude, regime change in Iraq involved thousands of troops on the ground installing our own puppet democracy with Iraqis that quite literally, and I'm not trying to be rude here, their average IQ is 80. All right, the average IQ in Iraq is 80. The average IQ in Iran is 100. They're different freaking people. They're completely different. Why should we even make, like, not only is our operation different, we're doing this swiftly. Hopefully it'll take less than a month. We'll go in, we'll go out. We'll obliterate the retards that are trying to kill us. We're not trying to sit there and install our own puppets and shit like that. So it's unbelievable. It's like, do the reporters just assume that the average American is just completely retarded and therefore is just going to hear regime change and think all regime change is created equal? Like, it's totally different. It's totally different. The Iranians hate their current dictatorship. They're more than happy to install their own government. They are totally different and much more capable than people in Iraq. Okay? And also, we're not involved in the same way. It's actually mind-blowing.
Get worse for the next regime that comes in there and replaces the...
Well, we would love to see this regime be replaced. And ultimately, as the president has said, he calls... No, but let me finish.
Dude, shut up. Let the man answer.
As the president said, he would love for the people of Iran to use this as an opportunity to rise up and remove these leaders. They've been wanting to remove them from a long time. We've seen successive waves of protests.
Fucking
and we've seen them slaughter
chirp.
people. Okay? But the objective of this mission is to make sure they don't have these weapons that can threaten us and our allies in the region.
This is America First War. This isn't, we're going to install a new puppet government in Libya and see how that works out. All right? We're not doing that shit. All right? This is America First. They are a threat to us. Obviously, this is objectively good for the world. But it's also, and fundamentally, America First. We don't want them to fucking kill us.
We're doing what we're doing now. And while we would love to see a new regime, the bottom line is no matter who governs that country a year from now, they're not going to have these ballistic missiles and they're not going to have these drones to threaten us.
That's right.
That's the objective.
That's right. Even if, God forbid, there's another terrible...
Man, I can't believe we're about to put Marco Rubio in control of another country.
Radical Shia regime. They won't be a threat. At least not for years.
This mission is to deny them the ability to use ballistic missiles to threaten their neighbors, to threaten our bases, to threaten our presence in the region, and ultimately as a shield behind which they can do whatever they want with their nuclear weapons ambition. We were not going to let them hide behind that, and that's why this was such a critical mission to undertake now while they were at their weakest point, and not a year from now where they could inflict even more damage and perhaps already be behind that point of immunity. Right here, behind. Go ahead, you and then you. Yes.
Your critics in Congress have said that they should have a role. They should be able to weigh in here.
Yes. Let's get Ilhan Omar, who's leaking our plans, involved. Let's get her involved.
And there are going to be war powers resolutions votes in Congress later this week. Why not notify Congress ahead of this and just...
Because they leak shit to the enemy. Because quite literally our enemy is already within. All right, that's why I'm so tired of like the whole rigmarole of look, man, we're living in a country that has been exploited. Okay, our goodwill.
Like he's probably gonna end up in control of Cuba and Greenland too, by the very end.
Our generosity has been absolutely exploited by the worst people. All right, we've let in hundreds of thousands of people that should not be in this country, millions that should not be here, and hundreds of thousands that directly hate our country and want to harm us. They have created voting blocks to install their own retards that are in our government. People like Rashida Tlaib, who says, fuck ICE. Fuck ICE? Fuck you. What do you mean, fuck ICE? We're literally having foreigners coming into power to destroy our immigration enforcement? Like, it's so hypocritical. It's insane. And the fact that we have enemies
Rubio
within
is now
a
the new
major
Prince of
issue,
Persia.
and we need to deal with that.
Well, we did. We notified Congress. I mean, we notified the Gang of Eight. We notified congressional leadership. There's no law that requires us to do that. The law says we have to notify them 48 hours after beginning hostilities. We've done that. I think the notification went today. But we did notify members of Congress in advance. But we can't notify 535 members of Congress.
Vote to authorize the war.
Well, the Congress can vote on whatever they want, but there's no law that requires us to do that. And I want to say something because I see people on TV. Look, that's fine. If they want to take a war powers vote, they can do that. They've done that. They've done that a bunch of times. But there's no, people keep saying that there's no law that requires the president to have done anything with regards to this. To begin with, no presidential administration has ever accepted the War Powers Act as
a lot of people don't know this. Obama dropped 26,000 quote-unquote illegal drones in the Middle East, all right? So that dude's been bombing shit forever. But for some reason, Trump has different rules. We know that.
Constitutional. Not Republican presidents, not Democratic presidents. That said, we have followed the notification at 48 hours. We're here today. I've done more Gang of Eight briefings than I got in the 4 years that Biden was president and I was a member of the Gang of Eight. All of that said, we've complied with the law 100%. And we're going to continue to comply with it. We've done the notification, and we officially to Congress, but we did notify members of Congress. We just can't notify 535 people. That's not possible, but we did the Gang of Eight.
Great, I'll have to watch that.
Last week, and then I called them the night before the operation.
Can you tell us what you know, Mr. Secretary, of the administration knows about the strike on a building in southern Iran that the Iranians are saying was a school, reports of large civilians, including children killed?
Yeah, I've seen those reports. I don't have, I would refer you, not because I'm not trying to answer your question, but I don't want to get it wrong. The Department of War would be investigating that if that was our strike, and I would refer your question to them, and I'll make sure they're aware that you have that question.
It's almost certainly not our strike.
But we'd like to know.
An American missile.
Well, clearly, the United States would not deliberately target a school. Our objectives are missiles, both the ability to manufacture them and the ability to launch them, and the one-way attract drones. That would be our focus, and that's what we would be focused on. We would have no interest and, frankly, no incentive to target civilian infrastructure.
He is right.
The Iranians are, on the other hand, targeting civilian infrastructure. You guys have seen it. I'm sure you've seen it. They're hitting hotels.
Of course, the media doesn't care.
They're hitting
One's
embassies.
first is rough.
They're
Don't
hitting
worry about
airports.
it.
They're hitting
My
oil
first one was
infrastructure.
kind of an eyesore.
Well, it'd be very tragic, but I can't speak to the details behind it because I just don't have it. It would be a tragic outcome if it's happened. I don't have the details as to what led to it. But what is clear that the United States would not deliberately target a school.
Dude, Rubio's cooking. He's great.
They are, on the other hand, deliberately targeting civilians, as you've seen, because you know why? They are a terroristic regime. They sponsor terrorism and they participate in terrorism.
True.
What's your message to Americans who are concerned about rising energy prices given the
Spitting
spiking
facts,
of oil prices
bro.
today?
Yeah, so we knew that going in would be a factor, and so we have a program in place.
We knew that going in would be a factor, which is why we took Venezuela first. We knew oil would be a problem, so therefore we took Venezuela.
That will begin to be implemented by Secretary Wright, Secretary Bessent. We talked about it
This is all part of the plan of capturing all the El Presidentes. We're going in order.
The same thing and just decided to fucking roll with it and just kind of like stretched everything to fill.
Against that. Obviously, markets are going to be reacting to news about what's happening.
Too far
And
into
again,
it by the time that I realized that the aspect ratios were fucked.
Dude, it's inevitable that we needed to do this war. It's just good that we're doing it at a time where they're weaker, as opposed to a time where they can fucking kill us. Like, it's unbelievable that people are just fighting over this.
Radical clerics has the ability, potentially, to shut off 20% of global energy. That's the kind of leverage they have because of their Navy.
They could shut off the Strait of Hormuz whenever they want to, and they've threatened it multiple times, which is where 20% of global energy travels through.
We're going to destroy their Navy. But there is a plan in place. We anticipated this could be an issue, and Secretary Wright and Besson will begin to roll out those steps starting tomorrow to mitigate against the impact that could have. I got to do this briefing, so I got a couple more.
Do you anticipate putting boots on the ground, and how long do you anticipate the conflict to last?
Well, we don't. Let me say two things about it. Number one, the president always has the options to undertake whatever operations he decides to do as the commander-in-chief.
Yeah.
That said, we believe the objective that we have set for this mission, which is the destruction of their ballistic missile capabilities, both launch capability and manufacturing, can be achieved without ground forces. Right now, we're not postured for ground forces, but obviously the president has those options. He's never going to rule out anything.
Good.
But
don't rule out anything. Let them shake in fear.
Right now, our focus is on the destruction of their ballistic missile launchers, their ballistic missile stockpiles, and their ballistic missile manufacturing capability, as well as their one-way attack drones and their Navy, because of the threat it poses to global shipping.
How long do you expect that?
Good shit. All right, I can only do one more, right there in the middle. Yes, sir.
Is there a diplomatic exchange going on right now between U.S.
These people are actually retarded. I'm telling you, man. Every time I hear a reporter ask a question, I have to question my sanity. Like, is the average American so fucking stupid that they listen to this and they're like, holy shit, we didn't think about diplomacy with these radical terrorists?
Any exchanges whatsoever outside of...
No, not at this time. I mean, look, we always have people that reach out from inside of governments.
Yeah, now obviously they want diplomacy. Now that we obliterated their fucking faces. All right, it's absolutely insufferable stuff. All right, Steve Witkoff, he's our ambassador in the Middle East. He dropped a bombshell apparently, and it's insane.
50% material
all right,
can be brought to 90%. That's weapons grade, in roughly 1 week, maybe 10 days at the outside. The 20% can be brought to weapons grade inside of 3 to 4 weeks. And let me say this, because I forgot this small little detail. In that first meeting, both the Iranian negotiators said to us directly, with no shame, that they controlled 460 kilograms of 60%, and they're aware that that could make 11 nuclear bombs, and that was the beginning of their negotiating stance. So they were proud of it. They were proud that they had evaded all sorts of oversight protocols to get to a place where they could deliver 11 nuclear bombs.
They just didn't think we'd have the balls to do it because they saw Europe being complete cucks and they saw America cucked under Biden. Well, that didn't work. So, it's so tiring watching people dance around making believe these are actually, secretly fantastic, wonderful people. CNN is, just literally trying to launder the Iranian regime's propaganda. And thank God there's that one guy on CNN that's shutting them down all the time.
If bombs dropping on the nuclear program and destroying them last year didn't help move forward those objectives.
Of course it helped. We obliterated their nuclear sites. We saw they're trying to rebuild and they're building ballistic missiles. They're all retarded, man. They're all retarded.
Deterring the regime. Why do we think
But you just don't watch the mainstream news, man. They just say whatever the fuck they want.
Are now dead. That's
but this is Iran.
Because we fucking killed those guys. Holy shit. Right, and it's watching the media, again, CNN, the reporters asking questions, they're just laundering their propaganda constantly. All right, J.D. Vance was cooking too.
You saw evidence that they were still trying to enrich?
Not just that they're trying to enrich, Jesse, and this is one of the almost comical elements of the diplomacy that we've been engaged in for the past month, the past year, I should say. Steve Witkoff, Marco Rubio, Jared Kushner, they did such a good job, such a deliberate job. But the Iranians would come back to us, Jesse, and they'd say, well, having enrichment for civilian purposes, for energy purposes, is a matter of national pride. And so we would say, okay.
Pride. They want enriched weapons-grade uranium for pride. Totally not to bomb the shit out of us.
Hey, that's interesting, but why are you building your enrichment facilities 70 feet underground? And why are you enriching to a level that's way beyond civilian enrichment and is only useful if your goal is to build a nuclear bomb? Nobody objects to the Iranians being able to build, medical isotopes. The objection is these enrichment facilities that are only useful for building a nuclear weapon. Even some international organizations that usually don't agree with the United States were very clear that Iran's only purpose in building these underground, highly enriched facilities was to build a nuclear weapon.
Duh.
It just doesn't pass the smell test for you to say that you want enrichment for like medical isotopes, while at the same time
these motherfuckers
70, 80
just
feet underground.
don't need that type
no
of
one's buying
shit.
the shit. No one's buying the shit. They were an existential threat, and I'm really glad
The
we took care
Tusken
of it
Raiders
before
do
they
not
actually
need
fucking killed
nuclear
us.
warheads, bro. Come
Incredibly
on.
hot take. All right, let's see how Hex says dealing with these reporters. Because again, it's shocking. It's actually shocking. This is the most obvious shit in the universe.
Go ahead.
Thank you for your time. What percentage of Iranian long-strike capabilities are still in the fight, and what is our exit strategy here, and when will it be deployed?
Well, they have long-range strike capabilities, which we are hyper-focused on. The brief we got just this morning, Admiral Cooper knows exactly and precisely what kind of threat matrix he's looking at, the way they might change their techniques, and how we adapt to that. So we're making sure the theater commander has absolutely everything he needs. I mean, one of the things the chairman mentioned is for months and months, even before we built up, we ensured that we had maximum defensive capabilities in theater to allow the president the decision space in the future. So even before this build up in the last 30 days, we discreetly brought defensive assets in to make sure, understanding that there are Iranian capabilities. As far as time frame, I would never hang a time frame from our perspective. The commander-in-chief sets the op tempo and terms of this fight. As I said, it's on his terms. And we'll make sure that Admiral Cooper and his team have everything they need, not just to defend. I mean, the best defense is good offense.
That's right.
And so we're aggressively pushing into that airspace over that southern flank to ensure that we control it and we destroy anything that moves that would attempt to shoot us.
Good.
Think of it as shooting the archer instead of the arrows. That's where we want to be. And we have the kind of exquisite intelligence to get over the top, find that and destroy it. It won't happen overnight. This is a big battle space with a lot of capabilities. That's part of the reason why it's such a threat to us. That's why I talk about conventional umbrella to blackmail nuclear ambitions. They were building up this conventional arsenal.
This is some of the dumbest shit.
Ensure that no one would ever.
Why would they give away military intelligence
so we're
to just the basic press?
About the nature of this Iranian
the
threat.
goofiest fucking note.
I don't know if you have anything to add to that, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for the question. The only thing I'll add is that unlike an operation, a single operation like Midnight Hammer or Absolute Resolve, it'll take some time for us to conduct battle damage assessment, and the targeting cycle that CENTCOM will run will take those things into effect. Admiral Cooper will adjust his plan and fires accordingly to ensure that we're treating that. He's focused on long-range strike capability coming out of the enemy, and that's a key and essential part of it.
Yeah, we're killing them. We're killing them before they kill us.
Exist
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, that's what I mean when I say we're still doing BDA.
Yeah, we're still doing it. We're still killing their fucking guys that are trying to kill us. Yes.
Normally we'd be able to.
It's a big country. It's a country run by terrorists that their number one goal was destroying America for the last 47 years. They built lots of shit and we're destroying it. Yes.
See us.
The media is like, actually, why are we still striking it? Because they still have missiles. You fucking retards.
Singular thing, and we'd assess pretty quickly.
Stop till the job's
He's
done.
doing offense and assessment simultaneously, so it'll take longer for us to assess than it would in a single operation.
Secretary Hegseth, thank you. Reagan Reese with the Daily Caller. 2 questions for you. The president said yesterday in his video message that we will leave Iran when we complete all of our objectives.
Yeah.
What are our objectives?
You've got to be kidding me! I literally hate these people. It's unbelievable. We've defined this 1 billion times. Destroy Iran's missile capabilities, annihilate their navy, already destroyed 10 ships, 11 now actually, ensure the number one sponsor terror can't get nukes, and ensure that the Iranian regime cannot continue to arm, fund, and direct terrorist armies out of their borders. We've addressed this 1 billion times. It's unbelievable. And they come back, what are our objectives? They make believe. They're pushing by the fact that they're asking these questions. They're making believe that the objectives aren't incredibly clear. But it's unreal.
And can you share more information on how the soldiers who were killed were killed?
Well, I laid out the objectives, as did the chairman.
As did the chairman, as did Trump, as did Rubio. Everyone laid out the objectives. And the media, I think their new strategy.
It's honestly one of the most transparent operations there's ever been.
It's not an illegal war. It's an undocumented war, okay? Get your terms straight. All right, that's one. And two, we all understand the objectives. Every normal person understands the objectives. These people were building weapons to kill us. We're trying to prevent that from happening.
completely nested. I mean, Iran has an ability to project power against us and our allies in ways that we can't tolerate. So whether that's ballistic missiles and drones, so offensive capabilities, effectively their navy, which would attempt to set other terms and impose different costs, drone capabilities, which we laid out there, and ultimately, though, this tying it back to Midnight Hammer, the president has been willing to make a deal. You can't have a nuclear bomb. Radical Islamists can't have a nuclear bomb that they wield against the world.
Because obviously.
He gave them every single opportunity. Then we precisely took it away.
As Tusken Raiders should not have nuclear warheads.
They didn't have
We've been over this.
They didn't come to the table with a willingness to give it away. So ultimately, those nuclear ambitions, which never ceased, are something that had to be addressed as well. So that's a discrete sense of what's being addressed here to ensure that they can't use that conventional
Actually shocking
umbrella
that they're still asking these questions.
To continue a pursuit of nuclear ambitions. And then as it pertains to the U.S. casualties, that particular incident was, you have air defenses and the lot's coming in and you hit most of it, and we absolutely do. We have incredible air defenders. Every once in a while you might have one, unfortunately we call it a squirter that makes its way through, and in that particular case it happened to hit a tactical operations center that was fortified, but these are powerful weapons. So
it's not a joke. We're trying to actually stop them from killing a lot of us. All right. Someone just sent me this clip. What's this?
Israel has clear missions as well, for which we are grateful. Capable partners, as we've said since the beginning, capable partners are good partners. Unlike so many of our traditional allies who wring their hands and clutch their pearls.
True.
Hemming and hawing.
True. The
about the use of
Eurocucks.
force.
Oh no, why did you take out a terrorist that's trying to kill you? Wah, wah, international law. Tired of that shit. Get out of here.
America, regardless of what so-called international institutions say, is unleashing the most lethal and precise air power campaign in history. B-2s, fighters, drones, missiles, and of course, classified effects.
Ooh, he unleashed the discombobulator. Fire the goy beam.
All on our terms.
That's right.
With maximum authorities. No stupid rules of engagement, no nation-building quagmire, no democracy-building exercise,
yes.
no politically correct wars.
Dude, I'm hearing all the right things. We're sending in a correct amount of transgenders in the military for suicide bombers. They're really good at that.
We fight to win, and we don't waste time.
Man.
They're mean, and they have a high rate of success.
Or lives.
Yeah, dude, honestly, absolutely. I'm really glad with basically what's happening in general. Obviously, every civilian that's dying, every soldier that's dying, it's an unbelievable tragedy. Every innocent death is a nightmare. But war is ugly, and unfortunately, it needs to happen sometimes. And honestly, every single one of these retards in the media that's making believe that this is a war that just never needed to happen, Iran was never a threat, they were never going to attack us, they're literally, in my opinion, discrediting our brave soldiers that are fighting, and some of them dying, 3 or 4 deaths now on the battlefield, and it's a tragedy.
People just don't understand that you got to do if you want peace through strength, you got to do the strength part, man. Like you have to rule by strength, or else people will just not respect your rule. Like the hammer is inevitable.
To still be the greatest community note of all time. May Allah protect him. Allah did not protect him. Death to these fucking retards trying to kill us. And ideally, we kill them before they succeed. Well, this has been my incredibly large deep dive into all the things. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys. Big kisses to the people at home. Stay safe out there. Head on a swivel. These retards are in our countries too, by the way. Rest in shit, pedophile. See you in the next...
No, that's entirely accurate. You know, like, there are people like this in our country too. Like, if you go out every day, like, you need to keep your head on a swivel, man. These people are among us.
Next one. You get no bullshit here. Just straight facts. Oh, or at least I try my goddamn best. But I really think the new operation that the left and the media is trying to push is this idea that we don't understand.
Not only them too, it's leftists, man. Like, they're out there. They want to get you, man. Like, if you're not paying attention, something will happen, and you could potentially stop it.
And the objectives of the war, which we very much do understand. Or Tucker Carlson pushing the idea that secretly Israel is bombing Qatar, which Qatar denied. All right? Pay attention to what you are consuming, the facts that you're reading, and what you're actually hearing and where it's coming from. Because this is an information war going on. And the American people are the victims. See you in the next one. Bye! Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam!
All right, folks. I got some chores to do around the house. I'll be back on later for sure. Like, I'm definitely gonna get some gaming in. I want to play some more Marvel Rivals. World of Warcraft Midnight is in early access, so I want to get some of my my money's worth with the early access. So I'm gonna be doing the starting thing for World of Warcraft Midnight tonight. So if you're into that, tune in a little bit later. But for right now, I'm going to call the stream here. It's been a good 3:45, you know, so we've had fun. We've watched a lot of AI videos. We watched Louisverse, you know, shout out to them. Like, share, subscribe to them. But yeah, I got a little bit of shit to do, so I'm going to get popping on that. And I'll be back on later with some games for sure tonight. Catch you guys later. Thanks for coming out. See you on the next one.